wouldn't change places with anyone tonight. Slippy's gonna rank movies and no-sale scream factories demise. Every human butt will flutter, every nerd will shake with fear. Tonight, the slippiest. Tonight, the scoopiest. Tonight, the most slip-tastic night of
The only one that's Michael Myers, you fucking bitch.
Slippy's gonna rank all the Halloweens. He may put 5 before 4. There may be a scoop for your Twitter feed, but he won't tell us much more. Hunter's blood is coming soon. Fright Night 2, who's to say? Tonight on DEADPIT, Slippy's gonna blow you away. Slippy's gonna rank all the Halloweens. Heaven help us with his list. There's no update on King Frat, and CK's gonna get pissed. H2O can be fun. Resurrection is a ball. But this Halloween Slippy's gonna rank them all. Oh, I'm losing control. Slippy's gonna rank all the Halloweens. We got some bad gas from those refried beans. Bushwhackers' favorite are canned sardines. Slippy looks just like Idi Amin. Has anybody seen my kid's cuisine? After this show, he'll need dopamine. The craziest night you've ever seen. This Slippy, scary, creepy, scoopy.
Now, you can't say that we don't know how to do an intro song and video.
I agree. What the fuck was that?
That was amazing is what it was.
That was the slippiest thing that you've ever seen.
Happy Halloween, Sleepy. That's our gift from you and Tom Matthews.
Mm-hmm.
Or to you. There you go.
Why do I keep coming back here?
So, fucking Garrett, is it like a Mogwai Michael Myers? Like, what the fuck is going
what the hell
on?
was with the streak in the hair?
It's like a
Vanilla
vanilla,
Mike,
vanilla
it's vanilla,
Mike.
it's vanilla ice Michael
yeah.
Myers. Oh. I swear to God, I thought it was a Mogwai.
That's why I told people not to be late, because we're going to have some crazy shit going on early on this show. Happy Halloween, everybody, and welcome. It is the ranking Halloween episode. Slippy's going to rank all the Halloweens.
I'm excited.
He's speechless. He has nothing.
I really think that song just knocked the wind out of him. You know what I mean? He can't
Yeah, kind
believe
of like
it.
a kick to the crotch. It's just kind of like,
What was
He's
it?
like, wow.
Was it the
Like
Tony
that-
Moran spot?
No, I think the King Frat mention was a bit unnecessary.
What about Idi Amin? We threw that in there. I
Yeah,
thought you'd
thanks for
appreciate
that. Thank you.
Okay.
I always appreciate being reminded of the time.
Let me ask you a question though. Have you ever been on another show where they compared you to Idi Amin?
No.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's why you keep coming
Well,
back.
there I go. What?
This is the best thing going today.
Or a table to the stomach. I do remember that story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have threw that in there too. Maybe the
I
next
remember
time.
that story too.
Next time, possibly.
I'll talk to you later, a little voice.
He won't call an Uber for you next time, man.
Oh, by the way, I have a question for you guys. Did you take a shot at us recently? The Spooky Picture Show. You named one of your episodes recently or something. It seemed like it was a reference to our name or something like that. Was that just a coincidence?
What show are you talking? I don't even know what show you're talking about.
Oh, there was something Spooky Shit Show or something like that.
Oh, for the Friday Night Lives, you named one of them like the Spooky Shit Show or something
No,
like that.
literally, that did not.
I didn't think it did either, but there were other people involved in the podcast who thought that you were taking a shot at them. And
No shots taken, I promise.
Yeah.
I didn't think so either. I told him he was being a paranoid idiot, but he didn't listen to me.
Don't worry though, like if we're not subtle when it comes
No,
to
you're not subtle at all.
Yeah.
No.
You'll
that's
know.
very true.
We'll definitely let you know. Yeah, you'll know. You'll for sure know we're talking about you when you talk about it. There'll be no question. So we appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Over the course of this last 6 months or so, Garrett, you're going to suffocate in that damn mask the whole show if you're going to wear it.
Yeah, so I can't understand the words you're saying in it. It sounds like it sounds like the Peanuts parents in that thing.
But,
he was gonna live the gimmick, but he can't do that.
But yeah, over the course of the last 6 months or so, it started with Friday the 13th ranking. And then
Yes, and I didn't get any shit for that at all.
Nightmare on Elm Street. No more shit. Because after you got done, I thought it was safe to do that after you got done working on that box set. It's finally out and everything.
The box set that doesn't have hardly anything new on it.
Well, it's supposed to be that be all end all. That's the first, when we first heard about that box set, it's like, oh, everybody's going to love it. It's going to have so many special features.
Well, I don't know who told you that. Certainly wasn't me. I never came in with
it
100.
was
I don't even have that set yet.
Internet rumor. Yeah. It's already
really?
down to $89.99. So if you wait for Black Friday, I bet it'd be $60.
Little voice. Oh, fuck this guy. Someone get me a table. What is a table? I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Uncle Bill, you need to display your tombstone. Where's it at?
I don't listen.
Your tombstone.
Show us your tombstone, Uncle Bill.
Yeah, whip it out.
What have you got back there on the? Is that a TV you got back there? What is
Yeah,
that?
up on.
He's in
there.
the process of moving all of his stuff to the new Hager Hill Dead Pit Studios.
Well, fucking hell, bulls. It's Tony's on here with a super chat. Look here.
Tony
Happy
Pepperoni.
Halloween, Tony.
Do I get
What
any
up?
of that money?
No. But on
Well,
the bright
we would have
side,
bought you a meal at Applebee's, but you didn't show up.
I couldn't come.
on the bright side, Slippy, you've got all of that Friday Night 2 money coming up to keep you warm. And you know.
Well, I mean,
all
that's
that trick or treat money still.
Well, the
Well, I mean,
Hunter's
yeah, I mean,
Blood
there-
money, maybe if it'll ever. What's the deal with that? Is that not coming out this year?
It should still. We're just waiting on the packaging. There's just been. It seems like supply lines have been overwhelmed, pretty much with all our regular vendors, and it's just hard to get stuff done. But no, Hunter's Blood is ready to go. That and Hearts of Darkness. Those
Imagine
are,
Friday Night 2, though, just having all that money just sitting on the table waiting to just release
Yeah,
it.
again, I don't know how much money you guys seem to think that we make off of this shit. It's not, you know, I mean,
you just basically kind of cash a check soon. So
Interesting. Something I
real
definitely wanted to confront Felsher with before we get started with this list.
confront.
Yep, confront him.
Yes.
Confront that son of a bitch.
We were there for the grand opening of the Vinegar Syndrome Pittsburgh store this past
I
weekend.
drove by it about a month ago. I was going to go in, but it was closed. It hadn't officially opened yet.
I
thought you were going to say I drove by it when you were there.
It's hard to park.
Now,
down
I want to know where they got these at, because I saw I think it was at least 10 to 15 copies of the deluxe trick or treat sets lined up, people ready to buy them.
Okay.
Where'd they come from?
Where'd they come from?
What do you mean where'd they come from?
Those were supposed to have been sold out over a year ago.
There's always still copies floating around out there just because they went
That
out.
many?
Doesn't mean... Huh?
That many?
Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes
I got it on
mean,
video.
Maybe Vinegar Syndrome bought a ton of them so they could sell them at their store, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we didn't make any more than we already did. I mean, that was it. We couldn't even do any more if we wanted to, because we had the soundtrack. We would have had to go back to Sony to request permission for more units, and nah. So whatever's out there is from that original run. So I can't tell you.
Quick follow up to that question: when did you build the Slipster warehouse?
The what now?
The Slipster warehouse.
The hell is the
house,
Slipster warehouse?
That's where you house all of the 4Ks that you all produce. And
that's where he's going to find them in like 10 years.
I don't make them in my house. What the hell are you talking about?
I thought you had the whole like production thing at your house.
He thought that you lived in a warehouse.
I thought you were in a warehouse. Yeah.
No.
He thought it was just going to be like that Charles Band where he's just going to find trick or treats for the next 20 years.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
I thought it was like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, except
no,
like
nothing is like
slashers.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
All right. That's really a letdown. If I'm honest.
I know you guys live. I know you guys live in Kentucky, but do you have any idea how anything works in the real world at all?
Well, this is the real world. You haven't come to the real world yet until you come to Eastern Kentucky.
Well, then I guess I'm never going to visit the real world, am I?
It's because you're off in Fantasyland hobnobbing it with a bunch of them California assholes.
In Detroit, Michigan, I'm hobnobbing in Fantasyland.
That's right.
Him and Eminem.
Here in Eastern Kentucky.
I like Lenny's description of me. Slippy looks like that bus driver you don't want to piss off. You know what? I'll take that. That's fine.
Well, you have dinner meetings or business meetings or whatever here at Taco Bell. You don't go to Applebee's.
I would never go. You would never find me in a Taco Bell.
Who's Sleepy? Just out of nowhere.
Who's Slippy?
Buddy, why are you here? You don't know
Exact change.
Everybody knows who Slippy is. So we've already gotten a scoop tonight, though, before we get started. Hunter's Blood is coming before the end of the year.
I never said that.
It's coming before the end of this live stream. You don't know it yet.
Pre-orders
are dropping.
We are hoping to have it. It just depends on the packaging, but it is ready to go. Everything's done. It's all finished.
I also wanted to give a big shout out here before we got started to Dirk, who helped out with that wonderful video in the beginning, putting it all together.
Yeah.
So a big shout out to
well
him.
The song I had some issues with, but it was.
You didn't like the song?
It was catchy, but some of the lyrics I found a bit questionable.
Look at that fucking picture. Slippy with Doodle and Canada, baby.
At the beach.
I hate AI.
What does it say? What is coming on me?
Lord. It's too early, boss.
Yeah.
Too early for this shit.
We haven't even started this thing.
What we're going to do, though, we were talking to Slippy before the show. This is going to be slightly different than the other rankings simply because, well, most of the Halloween movies suck. I mean, they're not very good. A lot of them.
More of them suck than don't, in my opinion.
So we're going from this episode best to worst. Mm-hmm. Right. We've got another super chat here. Bronson Wright Wolf. He's asking about the other Trick or Treat movie, Trick or Treats, from 1982.
I know I rented it back in the day, but I have zero memory of it. So essentially, no, I haven't. Say it.
Well, Bronson doesn't watch my content because I just did a video about underrated Halloween movies, and that was on there, pal. Go check it out.
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Watch this shit. Watch it.
I think I've got the Blu-ray of it. I have the DVD of it. I've seen it, but I have zero recollection of it.
It's pretty fun of a movie, I think. I think it's kind of some people like it, some people hate it. I actually enjoy it. Code Red, I think, put the Blu-ray out, I believe, and I think Kino might have redone it, I believe.
I know that
Code Red one.
You worked on this one, Slippy. I got the VHS copy of Haunted Ween.
I reconstructed that movie.
Look at how high tech this shit is now. This just blew my mind when I opened this thing up. Have you ever seen one of these?
Yeah, they did one for the Ripper.
Don't look directly into it. It's like the deadlights from It.
No, I reconstructed Haunted Ween, and I discovered that we actually they shot the music video while they were making the movie. So I was able to go back in and do a whole new restoration on the music video as well.
That's awesome.
Killer. And you know that there's evidently one character in that movie that talks exactly like Uncle Bill.
There is a guy in there that is such a fucking dead ringer for Uncle Bill. It was distracting while I was putting it together. And I kept waiting for him to get murdered, and he never does.
Uh-oh, he's the hero.
Yeah.
Well,
oh yeah.
Little do you know, that was actually me.
I love it.
You were that old back in 1986?
Yeah, he's really
or
67, Uncle Bill is.
Oh my God.
I'm immortal.
No, but I've always wanted to know if he's seen Haunted Ween, and did he go, oh my God, I was in this movie?
And you
Haunted Ween. Bronson sent another super chat. Says, I watch your videos. I apparently missed that. Well, there's a lot.
It's all good, dude. Just go. It's this month, so it's I put it out a couple weeks ago, and it's just I don't know, 10 overlooked Halloween movies or something. So yeah, check it out. But
A Matter of Pat says Uncle Bill kind of sounds like the character Hanks in Haunted Ween. That's actually not true. He sounds exactly like the character Hanks in Haunted Ween. There's no kind of like. There's, he's.
That's
my
funny.
God.
That's awesome.
That's high praise.
All right, so
High praise.
everybody in the chat, we're keeping the chat open. If you guys have any questions or anything throughout, we'll try to get to them. But we're going to go ahead and get started because there's 13 films here.
Yeah.
From best to worst in the Halloween franchise. What is the top tier? Top of the mountain, baby. King of the hill.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just pull this, kind of just take this one out of the running and just kind of give it its own kind of classification, and that's Halloween 3: Season of the Witch, which out of all the Halloween movies is the one I revisit the most because I'm just not a big Michael Myers guy, and I really loved how original and wacky and crazy that fucking movie is. I think Halloween 3. Obviously, they wanted to try to create a franchise that was more dependent on the Halloween holiday and take it away from Michael Myers. But by the time they got to Halloween 3, it was already too late. They had done Halloween 1 and 2. Actually, it might have already been too late after the first one because that character made such an indelible impression. But it was, I really loved Halloween 3. And I just think it's such an original take on the story. I mean, there's really no other movie like it. And you got Tom Atkins being peak Tom Atkins. I mean, he's just like he's a horrible doctor. He's not a really good guy. He doesn't.
But man, he's pulling some good ice in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's drinking most of the time. He's not doing his rounds at the hospital. He's banging the girl he's trying to help, and ultimately he kind of probably fails to stop the apocalyptic child massacre. One station had not taken it off the air yet. So
while we're on to Halloween 3, though, because this is an interesting story. So at what point do you think that the fans, because for years and years and years, decades really after the movie came out, everybody hated Halloween 3. That was at what point in time did you think that sort of changed? Because now it's become definitely one of the more beloved sequels in the whole franchise.
It started about, because I did the Blu-ray edition of that in I think 2011 around
the
there.
Scream Factory one, is that the one you did?
Yeah.
I think that was the exact turning point in my opinion.
It came about 5 years before that. I would say because they started getting some screenings and some more attention. But yeah, I think the Blu-ray certainly helped kind of up the.
Well, the documentary, if I remember correctly, they were talking about how much it was hated still, right, on the documentary.
Yeah, I mean, it was to some degree. I mean, certainly more now. I mean, I think certainly in the past 10 years, there has been much more of a kind of, okay, yeah, it doesn't have Michael Myers in it. We're over that. Now they're kind of just judging it on its own merits. Because it's not like you can't get plenty of Michael Myers movies anyway. You know, back then it was probably like, we want more Michael Myers. He's still kind of fresh and new and exciting, at least back then. And now you're giving us this weird thing with masks and Stonehenge and kids' heads melting and bugs coming out. But, you know, I guess for me it was, I think at this point now people are much more open and receptive to it. And I think that, yeah, certainly in the last 10 years, there has been, I think, a pretty big sea change in how that movie's viewed. Or at least people are much more open to judging it without being like, well, why? Well, there's no Michael Myers, so the hell with it.
Interesting, yeah. I mean, there's a couple of movies that was like that back in the day, though, too, around the the 80s. Texas Chainsaw 2 was another one.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was pretty
that was
much
one.
hated when it came out. Friday the 13th Part 5 is still, I think, kind of hated.
Day of the
Pretty
Dead was
hardcore.
not as well loved as it is now. I mean, there was a lot of films that, you know,
Elm
coming
Street
after-
2, I feel like kind of falls in that category too.
Which one?
Elm Street 2, I felt like always felt like a
yeah,
little bit of
sure,
a black
yeah.
sheep to the franchise for a long time.
Yeah. So, you know, it's just a matter of, you know, time lets people, you know, people let go of their own.
Well, it's
demands and
interesting when you look at
expectations.
the franchises, too, like how well some of these movies have aged. And some, you know, like fine wine, and some of them have aged like freaking milk or whatever, you
Yeah.
know.
Crazy Fat Apple's finally getting its due.
All right, this has
Frat.
gone off the rails already. So, but yeah, so I would say Halloween 3 is kind of, I don't want to necessarily include it in this ranking.
Well, and Tommy Lee Wallace is I think he's an underrated director, too. He's done some
Oh,
great
I
shit.
absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. I think he did a great job with Halloween 3. I think he did a really good job with Fright Night 2. And, you know, he's one of those guys that he just,
Stephen
he never
King's
got,
It.
yeah. Oh, yeah, Stephen King's It. I mean, that was probably the biggest success he had as a director. But, you know, he's very good. And he's one of those guys that looks for an original take on things. You know, even in something like Fright Night 2, which follows very closely script-wise to what the original was, he still looked for original character moments and wanted to do something that broke out of that mold. And Halloween 3, fortunately, because of the way that movie was set up, he didn't have to worry about Michael Myers at all. He could do pretty much whatever he wanted, and he did. So anyway, so that's Halloween 3 is its own special thing, which I'm not going to include.
King
in
of the
other
Hill,
rank-
top shelf.
Yeah, yeah. So the official number one, I guess we'll start with, and you know, big drum roll on this one, is the original Halloween, for, you know, John Carpenter's Halloween. Just because I'm not a big Michael Myers guy, but what I like about that movie is Michael Myers isn't really a character in that movie. He is just this, he's a metaphor. He's a representation of evil that just shows up one night and just as quickly disappears. There's, you know, you got Donald Pleasance in there trying to figure out what happened, but even he doesn't know why Michael Myers is the way that he is. And it's a very lean, mean, very effective film. Carpenter he just knows how to build suspense, and he knows how to create characters that you're invested in. And it's just a very efficient film. I don't consider it one of my favorite Carpenter movies because at the end of the day, there's not a lot of meat on the bone in terms of the story. It's a pretty simple story, but it's very effectively done. And I do love the ending of it, actually. And I don't like that Halloween 2 kind of rewrote the ending a little bit, because at the end of the original Halloween, I love the fact that, you know, he shoots Michael Myers, he comes off the porch, and then he comes out there and he looks down and he's not there. But when they cut back to him, he's just kind of like, yeah, no, I knew he wasn't going to be there. Shit. Well. And I love that, because it's just kind of like, you can't ever stop evil.
It's almost though like with the sequel that the original movie made so much goddamn money that they were like, okay, we just have to do another one. So
Right. I mean,
what
that
do we
was,
do?
that was just starting to become in vogue around that time. You know, sequels were not, I was just thinking about this the other day. sequels started showing up a lot more and more as the 70s came to a close, and then they just exploded in the 80s. I mean, it was just like every other week there was a sequel to something. Big films, small films, everything. And of course, Halloween 2. Well, we'll get into that later. But in any case, the original Halloween for me is, I can see why it's a classic. I understand it. It's an expertly made film from a director who understood the genre.
I've just seen that movie, and that's probably my favorite Carpenter movie still, but I've seen it so much I don't know when I want to watch it again.
Yeah, I haven't rewatched that movie in probably about a decade. And it's not because I don't like it, it's just because I've watched it so much.
Speaking of which, though, while we're on this, what do you know about the whole Arrow Video thing? Is it just streaming rights that they've got for the Halloween movies, or?
I have no idea.
Okay. So I think that
I don't really talk to anybody. It's like Scream Factory. I don't really work with Arrow very much anymore. So I don't know what's going on over there.
They got that old dirty Cliff McMillan working over there, and you don't like him now, right?
No, Cliff and I are on.
No, dirty Cliff.
Oh,
Don't start shit.
creepy Cliff. I ain't starting shit.
Cliff and
Me
I
and
are
Cliff
still
are
fine.
boys now. We've made up.
Okay.
Now that Jeff motherfucker. Now
I don't know. I haven't talked to Jeff in years. I don't know where Jeff is. I think he left the business altogether. But no.
But yeah, I think
Cliff,
that they have like new remasters of like, what is it, the first 4 or 5 movies? Is that right?
I think
1, 4, and 5 are.
I think 1, 4, and 5 is what I heard, but unless something else came out about 2 and 3, I don't know.
Well, 1, 4, and 5 are all controlled by Malika and Trancas.
Right.
Those are still. The others are all various other places. So.
But I mean, I love those movies. But how many goddamn times you gonna buy that shit? Now, come on.
Well, that's like with Anchor Bay. You guys only really had the rights to 1, 4, and 5, right?
Yeah, we never got any others. I mean, not
the
till
UK
much
Anchor
later.
Bay did.
Yeah, but the UK always, the rights are always a little bit different over there for certain things, But so yeah, I know number 1 still, and this is why I didn't want to count down to this because how underwhelming would this have been?
Yeah, you got a point there.
As far as my number 2 selection is actually Halloween 4, and the reason I would choose Halloween 4 is that, again, I mean, it's nothing I mean, all the Halloween films follow a very similar boilerplate structure. Even more so, they're even more kind of boilerplate than the Friday the 13th movies, because at least Jason went to space. Michael Myers is always But with Halloween 4, it had been a while since there had been a Halloween Michael Myers movie. I think it had been 7 years at that point. And Dwight Little does a very good job with the film, even if it's got some ridiculous plot points and a couple things that don't quite add up. And the fact that this is one of those situations where the idea that Dr. Loomis is still alive after the events of Halloween 2 is absolutely fucking ridiculous.
And he must be getting like skin grafts in between each of these sequels too, because his scars get better and better.
Yeah, because the makeup looked weird. It looked like someone cracked an egg on his cheek or something and said that's good enough. And then
by the time part 6 came along, he had no scars.
No, he healed. He's like a Terminator or something. I don't know what the hell. But he I mean, it is so fucking, because he's literally French kissing the oxygen tank at the end of Halloween 2.
Well, people seem to forget too that it wasn't like he just caught on fire in Halloween 2. He exploded.
He blew up.
In whole room up.
Half the wing of the hospital got obliterated, and Loomis was right there. And even Michael Myers walked out in fucking flames and collapsed.
Had the same medical team that the Devil's Rejects had at the end of that movie where they shot him.
I don't know how many.
Head.
I don't know.
They come back.
Same medical team.
Yeah.
But the thing about Loomis coming back in 4, even though it was absolutely fucking absurd that he would. You don't care because it's Donald Pleasance, and at the end of the day, it's like, okay, if I have to, I'll accept it. That's fine.
I don't think people that weren't alive around that time realized, because there's been a lot of backlash against that movie recently. Like a lot of people have been talking bad about it for some reason, 4 and 5, and I don't know why now, because if you were alive when that movie came out in the theaters, that was a huge event because it was like the return of Michael
Myers. Yeah. It
So
was
like 3, we had 3, and then everybody got pissed off at 3 at that time, and they were all like butthurt and whatever. And so 4 was like, okay, like this is what you wanted. We're giving this back to you. And like,
and I love the opening credits to that movie.
yeah, it's a great.
You know, just the shots of the countryside and the barn and all this. And Alan Howard's theme is very subtle and kind of only brings in the Halloween theme near the end of it. And I've always, the atmosphere in the film is terrific. And I did like the twist ending, when it's revealed that, you know, she's going to kind of carry on the legacy now and become the new Michael Myers. I loved Ellie Cornell, the Rachel character. I thought it was a very solid film. If it wasn't blazingly original, fine. But as far as a return to form for I thought it was.
What about Kathleen Kinmont?
She was. I loved her death. When she's run through with the shotgun, and you know, it wasn't overly graphic, but it was very visceral because you just could picture what had happened to her.
What about the Jamie Lloyd character? This is Laurie Strode's daughter, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I guess Laurie died in a car wreck. That's what they say.
Something to that effect. Yeah. And I thought Danielle Harris was very, very effective in the role, even more so in Halloween 5, but we'll get to that. I liked that character, and I didn't like how they resolved it in Halloween 6 at all, but we'll get to that too. Halloween 4 is overall very good. If, you know, there's only a couple of problems here and there with it that I don't quite buy, but at the end of the day, it's like there's always going to be some unbelievability elements with these films, but it's...
I don't know if I agree with that Matthew Horror. She's a nice lady.
But I was... no, I think Halloween 4 stands up very well. And I think it's...
That was the first Halloween movie that I ever saw as a kid. So, like, when I was
the first one I saw in the theaters. Yeah. It was
when I was growing up, like, I was big into Jason Voorhees around this time period and Freddy and everything. Do you think the popularity of those two characters brought Michael Myers back?
Oh, absolutely they did. I mean, look at 88. There were so many horror sequels in 1988, including, you know, Jason had one
Phantasm sequel in 88.
Phantasm, Fright Night 2. There was Critters 2. There was Hellraiser 2. You know, Nightmare 4, that was the pinnacle of Freddy's popularity that year. So that was a big year for horror. And so Michael Myers coming back makes perfect sense. Because, again, it had been 7 years since we'd seen him. So it was, it is a little bit, though, when you watch, when you see the poster for the movie, it's like, oh, Michael Myers. And then you see the mask in part 4, and you're like, well, what happened here?
What's funny is, so evidently the mask is actually like a Captain Kirk from the Captain Kirk sculpt or whatever, but they just fucked it. Like, I guess the painting and
if it's a sculpt, it's a shitty sculpt because it doesn't look anything like.
Well, that's what I heard. At least it was like a Captain Kirk mask.
And then there's that one shot in the movie where his hair is what, pink or something?
White. It's like
the mask is pink and the hair is white. Yeah.
Yeah, and no one said anything. It's like, did he walk on set going, there's something that's not right?
Magic shrooms that day in the editing bay there.
I can't quite put my finger on it.
Just walks in. Like,
there's something up here. I don't know what it is.
That mask in that scene just looks perfect.
But imagine like him doing that and then like action. Like it's like, wait, what?
Oh yeah.
Somebody brought this up and now I can't unsee it, but they were like, there's not been a good Myers mask since the first movie.
I like 2 personally.
Well, I think 6 has a good movie.
6 I think is pretty good too, but I think that most of them, like
the later ones, the masks are the masks are my least problems with
the Chris Nelson ones are all great. Mm-hmm. I mean, those are basically copies of the original.
I don't like the H2O one at all.
H5 sucks.
There's like 7 or 8 H2O ones.
Resurrection, I don't even know what the fuck that is in Resurrection.
That's awful.
The problem is
bozo hair, isn't it?
I don't know why they couldn't get the mask even remotely accurate.
Yeah,
for so
like
long.
It's strange that like was it purposeful? Everybody was just trying to give their own edge to it because I feel like it never looked the same. It looked better in Rob Zombie's, I think, in his first one. I think it looked better in the 2018 ones. Like,
well, what's really funny about that is I often wonder why in the world was it so difficult? Because I remember Sean Clark did a video with Tommy Lee Wallace where he walked through creating a mask.
I've watched that video. I don't know how
and it's
times,
amazing
probably.
because in like 5 minutes, he just teases the whole thing, and there it is. It's a perfect fucking Michael Myers mask.
But
And it's
part
like,
of
okay,
it is it's from a Captain Kirk mask, and I guess they didn't want to pay to use that or something, right?
Well, I don't know, they didn't have or whatever it was, but
Yeah.
in any case, a lot of the masks. We're not ranking the masks because most of them would be a dead heat for last
That'd be a
place.
future episode, Tear for Fears episode, maybe. Or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So anyway, Halloween 4 would be my choice for my second favorite in the series.
I can live with Halloween 4.
Third, and this was where the controversy will start, would be the next one in the series, Halloween 5. And the reason I choose Halloween 5, and I freely admit this movie makes no fucking sense at all. It has things in it that are just baffling in the extreme. But I really dig the atmosphere of that movie, and the performances I really like. And
Look at that fucking photo. Now talk about creepy. The stuttering kids in the chat room, Slippy.
Yeah. There you go.
anyway, so I love the opening credit sequence for Halloween 5. And I just thought that the director Dominic Arthur and Gerard did something really interesting with that.
Did I miss something, or is this news? I'm sorry, Slippy. Is he mean of Jason? What new Matt?
I thought that.
He's probably drunk. I just wanted to highlight this photo again. I love that fucking picture.
That's when he's looking at her
I
like,
got
he's looking
this
at
for
Jay.
you, Jamie. It's for you.
Look, it's a wacky ass movie. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's just totally bizarre. But
Ellie
I guess-
Cornell looked hotter than fuck in the beginning of that movie. She should have been in that movie longer.
Well, that's a big pony. I mean, I understand why they killed her, so it was kind of to let you know that all bets were off. But I liked her character so much from from Halloween 4, and I didn't like the way she went out in that. It was just kind of like,
She was fine in Halloween 4, but I don't know what happened from Halloween 4 to Halloween 5, but she had it going on in Halloween 5.
Didn't they just stuff her in a closet or something? Like, you don't see her get killed.
well, you
right?
see her
Like,
get
it's just-
stabbed, and then
okay.
when Jamie goes up to the attic,
She
she's one of the
discovers
people up
her,
in the
yeah.
attic. That's and
it's
it's just I don't know.
Well-
It didn't work for me very much. But I think Daniel Harris's performance in Part 5 is really, really strong, and I did enjoy, even though it does. I mean, here's the thing: the sequence where she's in the vent, and
need
Michael
to do
Myers is trying to is great, but that the Myers house has suddenly become a gothic mansion overnight. I don't know what happened. It was just like went from this little suburban house to this gothic mansion with stone. It's like, what the fuck happened to the house?
Something I was thinking about, too, because I watched Halloween 5 again not too long ago. How many of these damn Halloween movies involve a party, a Halloween party? Like, it's almost all of them.
I
Or a
mean,
costume party of some sort, right?
Do you want? Do you want
Yeah,
to bring up the scene that they fixed in Halloween 5? Remember when it was like, it was
Oh, God.
like he just shows up.
Instead of the fucking, like, bum with the heart of gold, it was like some sort of,
oh yeah, the Dr.
Oh.
Death sequence.
yeah.
Yeah. I put that back together for the.
We're yeah, you kind of did. I don't know what happened there.
What?
Don't you remember that video that I sent?
Oh yeah, the black level.
And then you
stuff.
said that they like messed it up. Didn't you say that wasn't like the real, like the final edit of that? or
No,
something?
well, the black levels got screwed up somehow, and then all
He
of a
just
sudden,
shows up. "Wing."
I think
Yeah.
that it fucked up only on certain players, though, to be fair. Like, I think some
because
players...
originally he's supposed to come out of the darkness, but because they screwed up the black levels, he just pops up, and it doesn't. no, it doesn't work at all.
Can we talk about the fact, other than that, though, that he's on like a fucking water slide at the beginning of this?
Not
movie?
only that,
The
he changes masks. He gets blown up in the fucking...
Halloween
mine-
4 ending,
the mine shaft ending, right?
and then the water changes
cut,
his mask.
He's got a different fucking... That goddamn terrible ass, whatever that mask is.
The bird
in
mask,
5.
yeah.
And then he's just playing slip and slide down the River Wild for a little while.
Yeah, it's a weird sequence. It's a really weird sequence. And then again, so much.
What about my
Halloween 5.
favorite character in the movie, though, Part 5? Wendy Kaplan, who plays Dana.
You know, a lot of people hate that character. I always liked her. I'm sorry, I always liked Tina, so I'm not going to.
What was the thing she kept saying over and over again? It was annoying as shit. Remember, she kept saying it like at that
Everything.
one scene.
Everything she said. Yeah.
She was annoying. She was an annoying character for sure.
But and then of course the whole thing with the Man in Black, they didn't know what the hell they were going to do with that anyway. And then it did finally get resolved in Halloween 6, but to an incredibly unsatisfying degree. But it's one of those movies where it's like they wanted to try to mix it up, and they put a whole bunch of ideas together that really didn't make a lot of sense. But again,
When it was very rushed too, right?
yeah, I mean, they had it out, 1 year later after Halloween 4, and it was a film that has a lot of problems, but for some reason,
When they introduced a lot of shit in this too, because in this one Jamie is mute.
yeah, and then
And
and of course, and Donald, this was I think the craziest we ever saw Loomis.
Yeah.
Loomis was completely unhinged in this thing, and there's that whole weird moment where they're trying to get her to, she's seeing telepathically through Michael Myers' eyes, and she's like trying to say cookie, and then he goes cookie woman, it's
Is that true? Did she pay you off?
no.
Say these things.
Well, we know if Rob Zombie's Halloween's next, there's something bad going on. She's in that one too.
So
Fucking shit if it is.
Where the hell is Halloween 2?
okay, well, anyway, so
that's one that's aged like milk, in my opinion.
I
We'll
love
talk
that
about
movie,
it.
Anyway, so I think Halloween 5 for me, even though, look, I freely admit its flaws, I think that one just gets a big pass from me because of the direction. I just think it's a very stylish. I love.
Do you like the clown music for the cops? That they just
No, I don't like the clown music, and I don't like they're the
Only a
goofiest
fucking French guy would laugh at that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, look, not everything's a hit, but I mean, I love the barn sequence. I think it's so well done, and again, the chase through the corn or the field or whatever. I mean, even the stuff inside the Myers castle, I really enjoy. I mean, it's one of those films where I can't really defend a lot of its creative choices, but again, I just remember I really enjoyed watching it in the theater, and when I revisited it a few years back, it was like, no, I really
I
enjoyed
will
it.
say this: the 4K of that looks freaking phenomenal.
It's a beautifully shot film. The director of photography
Yeah.
on that, Rob Draper, who also did Tales from the Dark Side of the movie, and
I think of 4 and 5. I think 5 looks better for some reason.
it does. I think
Yeah.
it does. Yeah.
Now this is the beginning of the Thorn mythology too, Slippy. What are your thoughts about that?
Which does not pay off, but we'll get to that. So anyway, so Halloween 5 would be my third choice for
Third
my favorite-
best.
third best in the series, and then number 4 is Halloween 2.
Yes.
The Rob Zombie one.
What the
What?
fuck?
And I will tell you why. I will tell you why.
Jesus.
That is
Scout
not
paid him off too.
It's not a good movie. It's not a good movie. But you know what I love about it? It's so batshit crazy that I just can't help but love it. Because that movie it was clearly Rob Zombie was like, I don't want to be doing this movie, but they gave me a bunch of money and a release date. So fuck it. I'm just going to do whatever crazy shit I can think of. It doesn't have to make any fucking sense. And I'm just going to have actors doing whatever the hell they want.
Stream.
And I'm sorry.
People are mad. He's
Like,
made 'em
people are
mad
rioting in this damn chat. It's like
Already.
going crazy.
I don't give a fuck. I liked Halloween 2 a lot because of just how
What
Again,
cut? What
I
cut?
tend-
Director's cut, theatrical cut.
the theatrical. The director's cut has some interesting stuff in it, but it's
Yeah, the director's cut goes a little bit haywire with poor Scout. I mean, I love her and everything, but
yeah, and it's also just it's. I mean, neither version is really a very coherent flick. But I don't know. I just Halloween 2 gets a pass from me just because of how batshit weird and crazy it is with the white horse and the whole. I mean, it's just I don't know. It's so, and I guess the Halloween movies that I respond to the most are the ones that are not like Halloween movies. I guess again because I'm not a big Michael Myers guy.
are you a big Lord of the Rings fan?
Huh?
Well, they got those wide shots of Michael traveling the
Countryside
hills and
walking around
the
like a
hills
bum.
in the countries. Yeah,
Oh, Yeah, look, it's again. I know I'm going to take a lot of shit for how the it being,
Ah!
but I like it.
I wanted to when after the end of that movie. I wanted to die. I
So there
hate
you
that
go.
movie.
So that that's I'm sure.
I'm
it's a
going
lot
to
of
be
people-
honest, though. I'll be honest with you. Like, that movie has grown on me over the years because of what you just said. I don't think it's a good movie.
No.
But it's got a lot of gore. It's got a lot of just insanity in it. And, like, it does seem like he just doesn't give a fuck. It seems like he's just, like, doing whatever he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Put stuff in there, crazy stuff that really doesn't make any sense. But, like,
No, because he did not enjoy working with the Weinsteins, and also part of him really didn't want to be remaking Halloween in
So,
the first place. So,
There's, yeah, I mean, of the two cuts, the theatrical cut for sure is the better cut, just because it's never fully
although I love the
explained.
alternate ending to that in the hospital hallway with the where she's sitting there, it's almost like the ending of Psycho or something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's just like,
And the White Horse.
yeah, it's just like, well, I didn't see this coming. It's just, and I love the fact that by the end of Halloween 2, the mask is pretty much all gone at this point.
yep.
It's just, and again, anything that I think that takes it out of that, and it is interesting to watch a director fulfilling basically an obligation and working for people he didn't want to be working for, doing a sequel to a movie he kind of didn't really want to do in the first place, and is finally free to.
Well, they agreed to give him money for 31 or something, right? And it never happened.
I don't know
I
what
think.
happened with. I don't
Or
know.
it was some other movie, maybe.
But they threw a lot of money at him, and they basically said, "Look, the first one made a lot of money. Just make a Halloween sequel." And he wasn't obligated to remake Halloween 2. So it's basically just the shackles were kind of off. So, but it was also it was like a combination of, all right, you're free to do whatever you do. Well, I don't give a fuck. So we're just gonna go make.
He's going to be a bum, and his mom's going to be riding around on a wild horse, and he's going
Yeah,
to.
it's
We're going to play some
And
knots
Andy's
and
gonna
white
say,
satin.
I sat
he's
through
gonna
Halloween
talk.
2. I sat through Halloween 2 a lot like this. Okay, and I think also it was shot on 16 millimeter.
It was. Yeah.
It's I think a really beautiful looking film,
It is nice. Yeah.
and I that goes a
All
long
of
way
his
with
stuff pretty much
It is,
looks
yeah.
great, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's
I
the
mean,
thing.
it's-
Like, I think he would be a lot more successful. Well, I mean, he's a success, of course. But, I mean, the movies would be more interesting if he would let somebody else write them or something, right? And maybe just do
Yeah,
the
I mean, there's a lot
cinematography.
of Zombie has a lot of weaknesses as a filmmaker, least of which is his writing, and or the most of which is his writing, I think, really. But he gets the atmosphere really right at a lot of the times, and he had a really good cast. He let Brad Dourif is really strong in part 2. Not that he wasn't in the first one, but he's really, really good in part 2. And I guess at the end of the day, if there's something to be said for a movie that just does not care and just is willing to just go whatever crazy ass direction it wants. Does it work? Okay, probably not. But at least it's not playing it safe. And
Oh, he
the
definitely wasn't playing it safe.
No,
Oh,
and
yeah.
the excesses of
The
that
thing-
movie are
the
are
Halloween.
fun.
The Halloween theme is only played at the end, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
I mean, again, it's the more it's not like a Halloween movie, the more I tend to embrace it, and I'm probably alone in that to a large degree. But yeah, I know.
Don't you think it was like? And I know was Lionsgate the ones that did the? I think they were, right. The Rob Zombie Halloween movies.
Yes, they
Well,
did.
the Weinstein Company released those.
Weinstein's. So
Yeah.
those were out in
Dimension.
August, though. Why? Like, I know Saw was out around this time, but like, it's called Halloween. It shouldn't be that difficult.
Yeah, I mean, the first movie made a lot of money. The second one didn't do so well.
But I mean, it would have, to me, it would have done both of those would have done way better had they come out like the end of September, early October.
Well, the first one did so well that they just followed the template that set down, and then by that point, no one really cared. Because the first Halloween did really well, but it wasn't beloved, and I don't think there were a lot of people. I mean, the people that liked it, but it was one of those movies where I don't think everyone was like, "All right, give us a sequel right now." And then by the time it came out, people were like, "Oh well, okay, fine." You know,
gives a
people are
shit?
fickle.
Yeah, the weird thing about Halloween 2 to me though is that everybody that's supposed to be the main stars are horrible, and everybody that's are like the co-stars are amazing. So you've got like Scout Taylor Compton, who I think is awful in that movie. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I also think that oddly enough, Malcolm McDowell's awful.
Well,
But-
he's way over the top. I mean, he's just
He's
like.
just-
playing
it's
Dr.
so-
Phil in the whole
Yeah.
movie. That's
It's
that's
so,
his character.
But
just
Dorff is great.
abrasive.
Danielle
Dorff
Harris is really great, and
Yeah.
you know, and a lot of the kill sequence. Some of like the one with I think was it Sherry Shepard, the nurse character.
Yeah, at the beginning,
is really brutal. I mean, just like
really
you know,
good.
Oh my
That whole
God.
sequence is good, really.
Yeah.
to me.
But again, I
How did Scout Taylor Compton like get cast? Because like these are the only mainstream movies that she ever did, and she's pretty much the central character in the second one.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You mean like what happened to her, or do you mean like
No, I know what happened to her. She's a shitty actress, but I mean, how did she get cast?
How
did
I'm
she
assuming
get-
she got
No,
cast
I
like
can't-
anybody else. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't have that on this.
he's not gonna do this? He's not gonna have it.
I can't.
So anyway,
I can't-
because we got a lot of films. To get
Okay,
through,
yeah,
so-
we do.
We got-
But
gotta
anyway,
quit
so
talking
that's my fourth choice is the Halloween 2 from Rob Zombie. Number 5 is the original Halloween 2 from 1981. Here's my big reasons why this movie does not rank higher, because it does seem like that one, it just goes hand in hand with Halloween 1 for a lot of people, which I understand because it's literally picks right up and it's made by largely a lot of the same people. And I have always found Halloween 2 from 81 to be really dull. I have never been that excited by that movie. It is a
I'm
very
right there with you.
flaccid film at times. It just kind of
It's kind of
Once
just
the-
there.
yeah, and it's just like, and the hospital in theory is a neat setting, but it's kind of monotonous. It's just a lot of empty hallways, and
The
it's
best thing about Halloween 2, in my opinion, is Dick Warlock. He is the absolute number
Oh
one
no!
thing about
Michael
the whole
Myers
movie.
gets off some good kills, and Dean Cundy's photography is again just very, very strong, and some very atmospheric moments in it.
Some of those nurses are fine looking too.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, they're just kind of but I have to say, it's the worst part that Jamie Lee Curtis has ever had in a movie, because all she does, she lies around catatonic for the first half of it, crawls on her belly screaming for the second half of it, and that's it. There's like, does she have any significant dialogue? She has like one nice scene with Lance Guest, and that's it.
Yeah, she
And I
looks
think-
at Lance Guest most of the time. She's like,
Hey, I mean, it's just,
that's about it.
it is. I
Did
don't
they
know.
were hospitals that dark back in the early 80s?
I don't know.
Because
I mean,
now,
it's just-
no, they're not.
Yeah, and it's not very suspenseful at times. It's got some good atmosphere, but the kills are not. I mean, and you can tell. I mean, John Carpenter's gone on record a number of times saying he didn't want to do this movie. He wrote it. He got drunk in order to write it because he hated it so much. He came in to do reshoots when the original cut turned out to be even more boring than the
Was John
theatrical cut that
Carpenter
we
as
got with.
grumpy back then as he is now?
I don't know. I didn't know him back then, but
But I mean, you
can-
heard stories.
Well, he doesn't come off as someone who can just smile and say, "Okay, sure." You know, he comes off as someone who's like,
Like
Oh,
lately,
fuck.
he shit on the substance really for no reason. I think.
well, whatever.
I don't know.
He doesn't give a fuck anymore.
I like
and
zero about it. Zero.
He's like, no explanation. Just fucking, I hate it. I hate you. Hate you. I don't even know you, but I hate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, I just did not. Halloween 2 is one of those movies I keep thinking I like more than I do, and then I go back and I watch it. Oh my god, I forgot this movie's really.
Yeah,
dull.
that's one of the prime examples of something that aged like milk, in my opinion. Like I used to like Halloween 2 a lot more than I do now, but yeah, I'm right.
And
there
I
with
will
you on
say
that
this: at least it had what should have been a pretty definitive ending for Michael Myers, because the thing blows up. He walks out in fucking flames, collapses. His face is burning on camera for like a good 20, 30 seconds, and then the movie ends. There's no door left open for him after that. But of course, you know, money talks, and so they bring him back. So I appreciated that. But then the whole, you know,
No,
the theory-
he heard that he had a niece, and that's why he come back.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. The whole idea of Jamie Lee of Laurie Strode being his daughter, fucking dumb. It's just really dumb. And it's only because, well, it turns out Luke Skywalker is Darth Vader's, son. So that was the year before. So what? All right, she's related to him. That's the big revelation. And it's like, but that doesn't make any fucking.
But don't you think that changes it makes it different? I feel like
it doesn't make any difference in that movie. It doesn't make any because
in that if they would have stopped it right at that 1 and 2, they would have never needed to do that.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
When it pans out into other stuff, I think that it makes it feel different than just an average slasher.
There's only one film later that I think effectively uses that connection, and that's H2O.
Mm-hmm.
In 4 and 5, she's dead, and so the connections through the niece, the I guess her daughter's,
But it would need to connect, or it wouldn't have.
Yeah,
made
but
sense,
I mean,
right?
then again, Michael Myers can just kill. But then I'll get into that whole familial thing later. But Halloween 2 is just, I don't know, man. It's just one of those movies where I don't sense there's just no life to that movie at all, and I don't give a shit about any of the supporting characters at all. They're just there to get knifed, and that's it. And again, Laurie Strode's not even a character in this. She just screams a lot. Help me, rolls around, and I'm just like, I can see why Jamie Lee Curtis at this point was like, I gotta stop doing these fucking movies because. I mean, it's the worst part she's ever had in a movie. I really feel that because it's like, none of the Laurie Strode character that was present in the first movie is around in the second one. It's just, I don't know.
I will say this though. The opening sequence of that movie where he's walking around the town, he goes in.
That's pretty good.
The knife and everything from the woman, and she.
Yeah.
I thought all of that was a really good kind of like continuation of that.
Also, but I didn't like the fact that, first of all, they got the number of shots from the gun wrong in the beginning. He shoots, I think, 7 times instead of 6. And they changed Loomis's reaction to seeing Michael, because in the original film, he looks down and it's like, yeah, he's not there. And this one is like, oh! And it's just
they refilmed some stuff. They might as well take some liberties here. And
yeah, I mean, at that point, I guess. But I just, Halloween 2 just rings, and again.
Do you hate titties, Slippy? Now, come on. Nobody hates titties.
I got nothing against Pamela Susan Shoop. I have nothing against her whatsoever. Although I never understood, and nothing against Leo Rossi, who's a fine actor, and I really have enjoyed him in a lot of movies. She was way out of his league.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on.
I like the Tawny. What was her name?
Tawny Moyer.
The little blonde with the short
Leo
hair.
Rossi looks exactly like Robert Zadar without the chin. You ever notice that?
Yeah, and how ironic that he ends up partnering up with him, so to speak, in Maniac Cop 2.
Robert De Niro with the overbite. It's Leo Rossi.
I like Leo Rossi's a really entertaining actor, and he's fun in the part in Halloween 2, but it's like no one would fuck. Nobody.
He was in those Fast Getaway movies too, right? Wasn't he in those?
Huh?
Garrett? The Fast Getaway movies. I think he's Corey Haim's dad.
Oh,
he is. I
that's
think.
the same guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So Halloween 2 is it ranks number 5 just because the ones I'm going to talk about now is a rogues gallery of bullshit.
Alan Howarth's music in that.
It's very good.
John
Him and
Carpenter.
Carpenter. Very good.
That's
Very
really,
good.
really good. Yeah, Mr. Sandman. I
do
how
like
they
the opening
incorporated
credits with the pumpkin opening up and there's the face on it. Again,
Yeah.
there are good things in it and it's well made, but it's just but it's boring. That's the thing I keep coming back to with that movie is how really insufferably dull it is for the majority of it.
Couldn't they have found a better wig for Jamie Lee
Oh, it's a
Curtis?
terrible
Jesus
wig. It's a
Christ.
terrible wig.
That sucks.
It is so bad.
That's one of those too that like the better the quality, like the 4Ks that come out, the worse that.
Yeah,
wig
your worst
looks.
is like, oh no, Lord, woman, no. But so anyway, so Halloween 2 ranks as number 5 on the list for me. Number 6, Halloween H2O. And the reason I give Halloween H2O, which I'm not a big fan of that movie either, it is the only movie featuring Jamie Lee Curtis again, where I felt they got the character right. I believed that the Laurie Strode that survived the events of 1 and 2 would become the woman that we see in H2O.
I agree with that.
Still functional, capable
Drunk.
of having relationships, but kind of fucked up, an alcoholic, and, just, altered by the experience, but still someone that you could see would have children. Someone you could see that would be able to hold down a fucking job. I like, and her performance in the movie is terrific. And I think that they had a good cast in it. Overall, though, it just, other than that, it seems like when we brought Jamie Lee Curtis back, that's enough.
The dialogue in it's pretty bad.
I can agree. I feel like, yeah, I feel like H2O to me, I feel like is very loved, and sometimes I just don't get it because I feel
I don't
bored
really
by it, to be honest with you.
It's a very short movie. I think it's like 80 minutes.
No, it's not
like
very
that?
long, and which is to its credit, but also it for the change, and it's one of the few films that really changes the setting. We're no longer back in Haddonfield. We're at this, the school and everything, and that's cool, but it doesn't do anything with it. Michael Myers is still walking down hallways.
Michael Myers evidently drove all the way across the country.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
Yeah, it's like it was maybe someone gave him lessons. I don't know, but it was.
How does Michael Myers stop and get gas? Like, what happens there?
I want a little short film that just shows him getting gas.
He goes to full service, lets them do it.
Yeah, it's like,
he's just standing outside.
Do you want regular or unleaded?
Whatever you want.
So we're good. You can go.
This movie also, though, begins the wonderful trend of having a rapper just put in the movie for no fucking apparent reason.
Well, LL Cool J was fine. He's actually a good actor, so I didn't have a problem with him being in there.
Those
but
Busta
again,
Rhymes.
At least Queen Latifah wasn't in it.
And whoever was Josh Hartnett's barber, he should not be allowed to touch hair ever again.
Here's what's weird. He has the exact same haircut in The Faculty. It's
Yeah.
Well, it was
the
same year, so maybe they just well, we can't fix that shit. So
that's
just
the look. The cowlick look. Was
I
in
guess I don't know.
98.
Maybe it was a late '90s thing, but yeah, it was. H2O isn't a terrible film.
It's interesting. Steve Miner directed this too. I don't know if we mentioned that.
Yeah, so he's like one of the few people to go across the franchise lines, but and he had worked with Jamie Lee Curtis before on Forever Young with Mel Gibson, so he had gone into the mainstream and then kind of came back to horror for this. I guess I don't hate it, and it's a film that, again, I like the Jamie Lee Curtis character, the evolution of Laurie Strode in this movie a lot. It worked for me, and her performance works for me in this. But it's just, and I appreciated the fact that it really tried to definitively end the series.
Oh,
It's
there's
a great
always a way
ending.
out of it.
Yeah, the ending works very well because
Yeah.
he's reaching out and she's just like, nah. And
That
this
wasn't
is where
really
the-
him.
And this is where the brother
That's
connection.
the dumbest shit ever, by the way.
Yeah,
I
it
can't
was
wait
just-
to get into that.
That
But-
was yeah.
So the brother connection works, at least here. At least it provides a reason why this would be happening. And it's the only film I feel where that really came into play in any way that really mattered. But it's just kind of uninspired, and it's a flat looking movie. It's not. It kind of feels like a TV movie to me.
It looks like every one of those Scream ripoff movies.
Yeah, that's
Those
another problem with
Miramax-
the film. It's basically a melding of a Scream movie and a Halloween movie, which is already kind of weird because Scream is so directly influenced by Halloween. It's like
That's why I think that one's not aged very well either, because it's so fucking dated.
it
just
doesn't.
because of
It
that.
has
I
not
agree.
held up particularly well, and it's not one that I
It
really
feels late 90s.
It does.
the
It
way
feels
looks,
very
yeah.
much like 1997.
When they tried their best, though, I think they wanted to get
Or
Carpenter
87,
back
98, I guess.
for that movie because it was the 20th anniversary, and they tried their best to get him back, and he still wouldn't do it.
No, and I don't blame him. Again, it's like, what's there for me to do at this point? Because he didn't even want to do Halloween 2, so why the hell would he want to do this? But, yeah, so anyway, Halloween 2, H2O.
But this was also the first time that they forgot about a bunch of sequels.
Yes, this
would
was
not
the
be
one
the
where
last.
they
Yeah.
ignored Halloween's 4 and 5 and just worked off of 1 and 2. And that's fine. It's fine. Whatever. I didn't really have an issue with that, especially at that point since Halloween 6 had come along and it kind of fucked that whole thing up anyway. But, so that's Halloween H2O. So that's my number 6 choice. My number 7 choice, which apparently I seem to have skipped over in my ranking, so now I fucked everything up here. Let me re-type something. Oh, said the next one is. I gotta make a little correction here because I fucked everything up.
It's okay. We can go back and.
But that's okay. It's just. Hang on, this will be easy enough to.
You want to answer a question here?
No, I got it.
Okay.
I'm done. Okay. So the next one is Halloween 6 or Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers. This is the first one that I'm going to say I actively, truly dislike. I remember it because it was a long break, a relatively long break.
Now, man, what's wrong with you?
This movie is not good, and I'll tell you, Halloween 5 did not do well. It came out in 1989, along with a lot of other horror sequels that year, which also did not do well. And they left Michael Myers alone for, I think, 7 years almost. 1996 comes along, Curse of Michael Myers. They do pick up the story thread from part 5 and proceed to resolve it in the dumbest possible way. It is, first of all, they treat the Jamie Lee. Not only do they not bring Danielle Harris back for reasons that you can find out on your own why that happened, but they resolved the Jamie Lloyd character in, I thought, a really off-putting and nasty way, where she apparently gets impregnated by a child of Michael Myers, and then she gets torn apart on a wheat thresher. It's just like, what the fuck? It was just stupid. And then this is where the whole Thorn storyline really just gets way out of hand. And it's just so dumb. It's just, there's a cult following him now. And it turns out the Man in Black was a doctor that we saw in the first movie, but now he's played by another actor, so who gives a shit? And then there's this whole legend around the producer's cut. Well, the producer's cut's so much better. Not really. In fact,
theatrical cut's the better of the two, for sure.
The producer's cut has one of the dumbest endings I've ever seen, where Michael Myers is literally stopped. You can't shoot him, kill him, blow him up. You can't behead him. You can't do anything to him, but throw some pebbles down on the ground, and the motherfucker can't walk anymore.
Well, those are runes.
Yeah, whatever. They're pebbles, and
it's all an astrological thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is so. What a visually underwhelming sight that is, Michael. No, the rocks. No, not rocks.
That guy's like Yahtzee.
Yeah, pretty much. It's really, really
here,
fucking lame.
We got a super chat. I don't want to forget about it. Appreciate it, Movie Junkie John. This is regarding H2O. The story is Carpenter wanted $10 million to direct that one. The Codds or Weinsteins wouldn't pay, so he walked. And
well, I don't blame him. Shit, if he could have gotten a $10 million payday, I'm sure he would have shown up. But it was and Halloween. God, but Halloween 6. It's got some nice photography, and a couple of the kills are fun, even though they're way like when the guy the father gets his head blown up. How does that even work? I don't.
You gotta love the asshole father though to get right in the little boy's face, kind of you little bastard.
And I did not care about any of the fucking characters, and I hate.
What about Kim Darby and the fucking? She's doing laundry in there.
Oh, you don't fuck her. And at the end of the day.
Speaking of which, Marianne Hagen, baby, some ginger action, if you will.
Not a big Marianne Hagen fan, but
anyway, when you really think about the whole idea that he impregnated Jamie is wild, because like
it's just it's
like her old uncle.
Well, the originally though, Danielle Harris,
the age difference must have been insane though.
Well, she was going to come back, but then there was some. She tells a story in one of the extras I did on the Blu-ray, and it's just like. Honey, I think you got lucky that they took you out of this turd because it's not.
So, evidently they were working on this movie for like 4 or 5 years before it ever started filming, and like there were all kinds of people originally attached to direct this movie.
They were. I mean, this movie went through a lot of changes. I mean, even Daniel Farrens, who wrote the movie, his script changed so much and became something so different than what he had originally intended.
And he was like a really, really young.
Very.
Yeah.
And he was a very big Halloween fan, and I think if his original script had been made, it would have been infinitely better than what ended up on screen. But it was, again, Dimension Films, Weinsteins are involved, a whole bunch of too many cooks come in, and then it ends up with dumbass scenes like the little girl standing outside and blood's dripping on her. It's raining red. It's just I remember sitting in the theater going, that's it, I'm done with Michael. And I really was done with Michael Myers after that movie. I saw H2O because it was kind of an event thing. But after that, I didn't see any more of them in the theaters for a while. The only one I guess would have been Halloween Resurrection.
That one did fairly well in the theater, though, if I'm remembering
6 did
correctly.
okay.
Yeah. I think it did better than 4 and 5.
It did, well, yeah, it certainly did better than 5 did. I don't know if the final numbers did better than 4, but
What
it was
are
a big
your
video. It was a big hit on video. I know that. It was a huge, huge hit on video.
What are your thoughts about Paul Rudd?
He's fine, but he's kind of a non-entity in the movie because his character's nothing.
Paul Stephen Rudd in this movie.
Yeah.
But he's not given much to do except run around going, there's just
What
a
about
lot of
the little ugly, big-eared little kid? Kill for me, Timmy. Or whatever the hell
I
his
don't
name
remember much about that. Halloween
And
6.
kids like, oh shit.
I'm just
there's-
looking
there's
really
just-
goofy and scared.
It's just not a good movie, man. And I tried to get into the producer's cut and see what people were talking about. I mean, does it make more sense from a story standpoint? I guess a little bit, but it's so visually underwhelming, and with the whole thing with the fucking rocks, that I just was like, I can't take this seriously. The whole movie ends up being, we stopped Michael Myers. What? The ruins. I mean, come on. I mean, it's just, this is what happens when you try to add all this reasoning behind why Michael Myers is the way that he is. It's remarkably simple.
This was the last movie too with Loomis in it.
Yeah, and you could tell that he was not doing well physically at that point. And he's still the best thing in the movie just because he's Donald Pleasance. But you could just tell that he was he was not long for this world, unfortunately. And at that point, they didn't even try to do any fucking makeup on him. I mean, it was just,
Right.
he had a big bushier beard, and I guess that covers up all the scars from the fucking explosion that he somehow survived. But whatever.
Yeah,
Again,
from what
it's
I
not-
understand, there was still some stuff that they didn't shoot with him because they had started filming the movie in like October, and I think by that February he had passed away.
Well, he
was-
doesn't
I
he
don't know
die
that-
like off screen? Like you just hear him
At
like
the
Yeah, you just hear him go, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, it's
Oh my god!
I know a lot of people really like Halloween 6, and hey, more power to you. But I thought it was stupid then, and I still think it's a remarkably dumb movie that I'm just.
I'd
not
first seen it on video though, because that was one of those that was made during a time period where I was kind of out of the horror genre for a little bit, and I was like, well, there's another Halloween movie, right? Because this was what the previous one was like 89 or something like that. So this
Yeah, it was
has been like
a
6.
long break. It was almost 7 years between
And
the two films. Yeah.
I was always, I don't know why. I mean, maybe it just reminds me of that time period. Like, there's not many horror movies from the mid 90s from that like 80, 70s and 80s era. But yeah, I always liked the look of the movie and thought that it definitely had that Halloween feel throughout the entire movie. And it reminds me of like the grunge, mid 90s MTV era quite a bit.
Yeah, it does have an MTV kind of music video feel to it, which is one of the reasons I don't like it very much.
It does
like
remind me of
MTV?
being a teenager too, and I kind of agree with you. I didn't really like this movie for a long period of time, and then after I watched the producer's cut or the 666 cut that I had to hunt down at conventions over the years, I got a new appreciation for the directors for the theatrical cut. And then I watched this again, and I was like, "Yeah, this is another one that does feel stuck in the time." But I feel like it's a time where I was like, hanging out in my room at like 16 to 15 years old, just watching horror movies on television. This feels to me like a TV movie, not a theatrical movie to me. But I do have a soft spot for this one now.
So anyway, Halloween 6 is my number 7.
I just skipped over that completely. He fucking sucks.
So
What about
yeah,
do you remember the 666 DVD? Were you searching for that too?
Yeah, no, he was.
I really wish people would stop trying to make any version of this movie like an unsung classic.
I think I have one of those bootlegs that's like 6 discs. I'm like,
Halloween
I don't even know
6.
what's
Me
on
too.
it.
Yeah, I've got that one too.
6
Like 4 or 5
cuts. I'm like,
different
what the
cuts
hell
of
did
it.
they
Yeah.
do?
Dude, that was like a bootlegger's dream back in the day. And it took so long for that to come out officially. Like, why do you think that was? Like, out of the blue, they brought it out, right?
Well, the reason was there were a lot of reasons. One is that the Weinstein Company changed the Miramax, that catalog, which was actually part of the Miramax catalog, that changed hands. And then it just kind of, there just wasn't a lot of focus on Halloween 6 after a while. And then it was only when the Scream Factory thing happened. And it took us a while to track the negative for the producer's cut down. And thankfully, Dan Farrens had remembered that he had confirmed where it was at one point, like 5 or 6 years before, and had moved since then. And we finally located it. So that took some detective work. I've done more extra features for Halloween 6 than any of the others in the series. And it was very enjoyable to work on, but it still doesn't make me like the movie all that much more. But, yeah, so anyway, we could just talk about that one forever, but, so that's number 7 on my list. Number 8, the
of 13, right? There's 13.
Yeah, there's 13. Of the, number 8 would be the Rob Zombie Halloween. And
Wow.
I'm specifically talking about the first half, which again, for me, the further away you can kind of get this from the conventions of a Halloween movie, the more I tend to like it. And even though I don't like the redneck caricatures and the fucking bitch, fuck, fuckity, fuck, bitch, fuck.
I can't work. I'm busted up over here, woman.
Yeah, bitch. As a lot of that's just kind of like, okay. But it was interesting to see him really kind of delve into what happens when a kid is born out of this environment. And there's one scene in that where he gets revenge on his school bully in the woods. Really good scene. I mean, like really tense and disturbing scene. And I remember sitting in the theater watching this going, oh man, where is this going to go? This is a very interesting take on this material. So much so that part of me is like, it's not really a Halloween remake at all, but I was enjoying that. And then all of a sudden, it was like halfway through that movie, someone tapped Rob Zombie on the shoulder and went, oh, hey, Rob, you got to actually remake Halloween. Oh, fuck. And so the second half
That's
of that
probably what
movie,
he said.
yeah. Oh shit!
Yeah, man.
Fuck! I gotta remake. And so the second half of the remake is like a Raiders Digest version of the first Halloween movie. And he just speeds right through it, and I didn't care. I wasn't interested in any of it. So for me, it was like the first half was okay, a little rough around the edges. Could do without some of the language, which just seems to be in there just because. Oh fuck! Saying fucking bitch is cool. But
maybe I'll purge my snorkel all over them
or
flash
whatever the
kids.
hell. Yeah, it was just. I was just like, God damn. But I dug what he was trying to. I dug with some of the material in there.
Taking a shit in here, man. I got a taco burrito deluxe talking at me.
Kim Forey took that role for that shit. That's amazing.
Let me drop this loaded piece, Michael Myers.
Yeah. But I just, but the second half of that movie was just kind of like, okay, we got to get to this remake done.
I was good to you, Mikey.
Do you think?
Oh, and I did like,
yeah.
and I liked Danny Trejo's part in that. Actually, I thought that was different. And
To
again,
you, Mikey.
there were moments even in the second half where I thought, okay, this is.
I remember though, like there's one scene and I like the first half definitely better than the second half. I mean, I agree with you. But towards the end of the first half, and like they play, I think this might be the first time you hear the Michael Myers theme song, the Halloween theme song, when Dag Farch puts on the mask and starts chasing his sister. And I remember this back when we watched it in the theater. I looked over at Uncle Ben. I was like, oh my God, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Right?
You didn't like
that
the
mask is like,
mask?
It looks so ridiculous. The mask is like this.
Yeah, there was some choices they made, but yeah, I did enjoy Ken for it. I'm Big Joe Grizzly, bitch. It's like okay.
Trying to shit out this burrito in here. Leave me alone.
This
got
got
chicken
really
enchilada.
bad as the movie progressed because remember they got to a scene where it just like kept going and she's like crawling through the walls in the house and you're like fucking end this. Like,
Yeah, there was.
on?
I mean,
Yeah,
again,
like,
it was
so
a wildly
drawn out.
it's a wildly inconsistent movie. And as
Yeah.
far as Malcolm McDowell, an interesting casting choice, but his Loomis is so far afield from the Loomis from the other movies that
he
I
sucks
did-
in both those movies, man.
I just
don't
didn't
know
really
why,
connect.
but he
I
just
just didn't
does.
really. I don't know. He was fun in sort of, well, that's different, but I didn't really connect him as being Loomis at all.
I think when you watch the behind the scenes of that movie in particular, like I don't think he was really taking any of that seriously.
No, you could tell that. You could
Like-
tell it was all just kind of like, I
Yeah.
don't give a shit, And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, and that's fine, and he is entertaining, but he doesn't. I just never bought into the character. I just never really. And I don't really blame Malcolm McDowell for that. I kind of blame Rob Zombie for the way that the character's conceived and written, and he wasn't able to kind of wrangle the right performance out of Malcolm McDowell, I don't think.
What's the fascination though with Rob Zombie and like underground tombs and layers and shit?
Tunnels.
Hey,
and
everybody
shit.
has their fetishes. I'm not going to knock it, but
Where did that come from though? Like, is he a big maybe Texas Chainsaw 2 fan? Or
well, it certainly that shows big time in House of a Thousand Corpses. I mean,
Yeah.
that's all over that movie. Yeah. So the zombie remake is an odd duck of a movie. I don't like it, but I did admire. It was disappointing to me more so than some of the other films because I was kind of getting into what he was trying to do, and then he just kind of drops it because it's like, oh fuck, contractual obligation, got to remake Halloween, But anyway,
God.
so so number 9, Halloween
boy.
Resurrection.
God damn,
Wow,
you
really hate these other ones, huh?
yeah, the
Holy
David Gordon
shit.
Green trilogy.
Oh, I
Holy
got shit to
shit.
say. I got shit to say
Oh
about
my
those
god!
Wow.
things. And here's the thing about Halloween Resurrection. It's a terrible fucking movie.
It
but-
really is.
But I again have to give it points for at least trying to do something different. The whole dangertainment thing, the whole webcast idea does not work. But it was a valiant attempt. And even though Busta Rhymes is the last person who should have been cast to play any kind of character in a Halloween movie, he's massively entertaining. If maybe for the wrong reasons, but he's a lot of fun to watch in that movie because he has no business being in there. It's like, what is this movie? And
He knows karate. He
I
becomes Myers. As a whole.
and I hated the opening with Jamie Lee with
like
the
big epic
that's
fall.
brutal, yeah.
yeah.
There's
it's-
so many things wrong with that I can't
Yeah.
even like begin to. The fucking dude that's walking around that's like loves serial killers. That's just like scaring the shit out of everybody, and then he
Yeah,
like,
it's just, and then the whole idea that it wasn't really Michael under the mask.
Yeah,
It's
it's like just some
he
guy
slipped-
like throw it in
Yeah.
there. It's like a
it's like,
medic. or
come,
something.
come on.
I put the mask on him, and you got
Like,
him.
because that means that the guy actually was like under the mask and he couldn't talk, but instead of going "Ooh, no, ooh," he just goes
like-
"Ooh."
yeah. The other
That'd have
part,
been me
though-
underneath. It'd be like, me, not Michael Myers.
Hold
I
Hold
am not
up.
trying to
Hey,
kill you.
Hey, no, wait a minute. Come
Not
on.
Michael Smith case. Not
So yeah,
Michael
that
Myers.
was really
part of
dumb.
that that's ridiculous too is that the way that she gets killed is so there's a bunch wrong here. Michael
Yeah.
Myers all of a sudden becomes sentient of the fact that if he just acts like that character from H2O, that she'll come over to him and it
Right.
works. Like she's like stupid enough to be like, I've got to be sure. And she fucking walks over there and like check
Yeah.
on him. He's going,
Just that was Jamie Lee Curtis basically going, I have a contractual obligation to do this fucking moment. Yay. So it's just like,
fucking
get me
awful.
out of here. I was really Halloween Resurrection, and of course it has the most unappealing characters I think in any Halloween movie. Because you're just like, all these Dangertainment guys can go fuck themselves.
A lot of from that era, just kind of throwaway, like popular, like
like
one of the
American Pie
dudes from
kid.
American Pie, was in that.
Yeah. It's really just one of those
Tyra
films.
Banks is in it and she is fucking horrible.
Awful. She's awful.
And she's
It's-
killed off
Unwatchable
screen
bad.
too. Like I always wondered.
Yeah, you
what
really want to
happened.
see her die horribly,
Yeah.
and she's killed off screen. So yeah, you don't even get the satisfaction of seeing some of the worst characters killed in a cool way. It's just not. And they brought Rick Rosenthal comes back to direct after Halloween 2, and it's just like, okay, Rick, stop coming back to do these movies. You don't have a feel for the material. You've done it twice now. Although this one was apparently fucked with just as much as any of the others by the studio.
Here's the thing, though, about that movie. People remember the beginning of it, and they remember the end with the Busta Rhymes shit. But the whole middle of that movie is boring as shit.
It's completely forgettable.
Awful.
It is. It's not very good. It is not very good. But again, Busta Rhymes is fun whenever he's on screen. But it's like, did you know you were making a Halloween movie? How did they? Because it's just. But again, he's entertaining, so at least I'll give him that. But it is. It's not a good film at all. It's really but it's one that I don't want to say I like better now than when I saw it back then, because I didn't even see that one in the theater because I was so checked out with Michael Myers. But when I did finally watch it, I was like, wow, that didn't work. But
what's interesting to me, and looking back at it, because this was 2002 for Resurrection.
Yeah.
And it was a web show.
Right.
That was like live streaming at the Michael Myers house.
Right, which was kind of early for that sort of thing.
That's what I thought. Like, okay, reality shows were kind of the thing already because Survivor and American Idol and
and like social media was still a good 5-6 years away at that point.
YouTube wasn't around.
Yeah, and so it was kind of like, this is a concept that isn't really gonna play yet with people.
Could you watch the show on the Real Player?
Yeah, try streaming on fucking Real Player. But I'm not saying that.
I don't think that technology was even there yet. Really,
well, no, the technology that's in that movie wouldn't happen for another 15 fucking years.
Yeah,
and so it was a little bit hard to accept some of that. But it was an interesting idea that could have worked in a more meta way or with a stronger script, maybe later on. But it's one of those movies where it's like, wow, they're really just grasping for straws at this point.
Well, it's the original, like of the original 8 movies, it's definitely the most throwaway one of all.
Oh yeah, there's really nothing.
It doesn't belong at all.
No, but I don't much care for it. All right, now we come to.
Oh boy,
Jesus.
Yeah. All right.
I'm curious in what order he's going to do these.
Me too.
I think hopefully, we.
Okay.
It's got to be kills, right?
I almost don't want to discuss them individually to a large degree because they're so interconnected, and one's problems affect the next one. So yeah, the David Gordon.
But it is
Green,
the most unconnected trilogy of all time, I think.
It is a trilogy that is ass backwards in so many ways, and so makes so many crucial mistakes and wastes a lot of time and a lot of potential, because on a technical level they're very well made movies. They're very nice looking, they've got a great cast, the effects are very good, the mask is very good. I mean, I can't fault them on that level. And the music that Carpenter and his son did it's very good. The problem with the movie is the story. And here's a big problem, right? From the very beginning. Laurie Strode's character arc across these 3 films is in the complete wrong fucking order. It doesn't make any sense at all. In the first movie, now since they've disposed of Halloween 2 in the timeline, they're going strictly off the first movie. By the time we see Laurie Strode in Halloween 2018, the only events that have happened to her regarding Michael Myers was that one night. Now, I'm not saying that wasn't a horribly traumatic fucking night, but it was the one night. Michael Myers hasn't been seen in Haddonfield or really even talked about at that point in 40 years. Okay? She is a hermit, a complete antisocial nut job. She's got booby traps all over her fucking house, won't talk to anybody, acts like a complete psycho bitch to anyone who does talk to her, and she's convinced that Michael Myers is coming after her and that she's going to come back and she's got to be ready. Now, okay.
She's Linda Hamilton from Terminator 2, but that's what she's doing.
To an even more out of control degree.
Yeah.
When did this woman have a relationship with anybody. When did she raise a kid? How did she raise a kid? Did this woman go to PTA meetings? Did this woman, I mean, this woman is completely out of her fucking mind. And it doesn't make any sense. Now, cut to Halloween Kills. She's basically in hospital for half of it. But then later on, Michael Myers has come back, has wiped out a third of fucking Haddonfield, including her grown daughter. And unlike the other time, she has not been in an asylum for 40 years. They don't know where he is. He just disappears after the events of Halloween Kills. So where do we find her at the beginning of Halloween Ends? She's Susie Happy Homemaker making goddamn cupcakes.
She loves Halloween now.
Yeah, she's just like, you know what? Life's
She's
not so
like-
bad. It's like, what the flying fuck is going on here? That's who we should have seen in Halloween 2018. And the crazy hermit bitch is the one that should have been in Halloween Ends.
100%.
That would have made complete fucking sense. But no, it's completely reversed, and it doesn't make any goddamn sense at all.
That's because they were writing as they were going, man. There is no way that they had 3 stories lined up in that
apparently
way.
they didn't. Apparently they didn't. I had always thought that the plan was to do 3 movies from the beginning. But apparently
well, that's what they said from the pretty much. But that's where it's like, there's no way they had this plan.
It
Like
doesn't make any
Cunningham
sense.
and all that
There's no
stuff.
way.
Like that was just made up. Like when they got there. Like,
And so Halloween, the 2018 one is probably the best of the 3, I guess, in terms of story, because if you can get over and it only really works if that's the only one.
If it was a standalone movie,
yeah. If it's the only one, it kind of works. It kind of works, except. Then comes Halloween Kills, which, by the way, is the lowest of the low for me of all.
Really, it's so funny. I found myself liking that one the best.
I hated Halloween Kills for a number of reasons. Number one, the whole "Evil Dies Tonight" thing. Every time they fucking say that, I wanted to punch my goddamn screen. It is such a lame thing. And Tommy Doyle is such a fucking buzzkill. They're at this goddamn like open mic night, and he's sitting there and he gets up there. I just want to remind everybody that people died 40 years ago, and everything sucks, and you suck. And
that happens exactly
he's
like
awful.
it's
in
like, what an
that,
asshole you are. And so that's dumb. The kills are way over the top, and they're fun at points, but they're really dumb. And it requires all the characters to be in the dumbest position when they get killed. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. Laurie Strode is a non-entity in the movie. She just sits in a fucking hospital bed. Again, it's
I was really confused by that whole, like, why they chose that route too, where she's not even in the movie, and then it's basically Anthony Michael Hall's movie.
Yeah,
like,
and you don't like his character at all.
He sucks. So
and they keep switching, and there's that whole. Then there was that whole stupid thing with the other inmate that escaped that somehow they think is Michael
terrible.
Myers,
That's
which
the
makes
worst.
no sense. He doesn't look anything like Michael Myers. He's about as threatening as a Smurf.
It looks
And
more
I'm
like Danny DeVito.
So that's all
Yeah,
stupid.
it was
And then,
bad.
of course, you have the gay couple, which is not done in a very well. It's like, was it Big John and Little John or whatever the hell it was?
Oh yeah.
And it's like they got 2 really cool actors to play these characters, and then they just wander around their house again. It's just,
Is it worse than Exorcist Believer?
No.
well, what isn't? But at the end of the day, that was stupid. And then there's the reviews, the pitch meeting series did one on Halloween Kills, and he had a moment that was so perfect. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, who's the protagonist of this thing? Pass. Because there's no one central character in this thing. It just keeps shifting between all these supporting characters that you don't really care about. And
It definitely does feel like it's a middle of a trilogy, though. Like there's nothing happens. It's just
nothing
it just gets
happens.
you
It's
from point
just
A
kind
to
of
point B.
biding
With
time. It's
right,
just
that's
biding time.
100% what it does feel like. There's nothing to it, but I found it fun. But at the same time, like when you see what ends becomes, it's almost like, well, what the fuck? This was a big waste.
Well, and then at the end of Halloween Kills, it's like, all right, everybody, okay, Michael Myers is right over there. Would everybody in the neighborhood line up neatly and one by one, can we please just
the shit
attack
out of him.
Michael Myers?
Let's piss on him.
with anything you happen to have in your hands, which do not involve guns, apparently, because no one has guns in this town. I mean, one woman's carrying an iron, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
I think Pizzelle had her on a. She fucking tracked her down.
No, he did.
Yeah, he did. The Iron Lady.
Oh God. So it's one of those films where I got so angry at it because it was so insultingly dumb. I mean,
What about the flashback scene?
I love that.
The flashback scene was actually well done, except it served no purpose whatsoever. I like the fact that they went and cast someone to make him look like, but it was so over directed and so over the top. It's just like, was he Michael Myers? It's like, come, all right.
We did get a super chat earlier, so I thought I can bring this back for one.
I was hoping to God.
Hawkins, what's going on in here? Did we get a super chat again?
Hey, it's just not. But it's very well, again, technically very well done. It's a very nice looking movie, but the end is just God, when there's just like, all right, and Michael Myers is like, next, next. It's just so fucking stupid.
How'd it go again? Pow, pow, pow.
Next,
No.
next.
Ah.
And so then you see they're all like dead on the street. It's like, oh, these fucking dumbasses.
They make a big deal too about bringing back these older characters. Like,
who cares? They give
and then,
Charles
like,
Cyphers nothing to do.
Yeah, and then nobody does anything in the only thing. Who was the one girl that was
Kim Richards or
Kim
came
Richards?
back?
Yeah,
she
she comes back. Yeah,
she had a couple nice moments, but to what effect? Nothing. I mean,
they brought the nurse back too, right?
They brought her back, yeah.
Yeah, and it was, but again, and then they kill her too. It's just like, I don't know. That movie was just kind of like, remember it's like member berries from South Park. Remember. Yeah, so it was just,
Remember back 40 years ago?
And then comes Halloween Ends, and
God damn
a lot
it,
of
listen,
people.
Look, whatever you're gonna say next, the truth of the matter is that movie is
That's the worst,
fucking
in my
worst
opinion.
movie.
I actually rank it above Halloween Kills, and the reason I do is that I actually think that the Corey Cunningham character could have worked. Again, you have to introduce this character in the first movie.
Yeah.
Have him be a hero. Have him be a nerdy kid who's kind of out of step, but you like him. Then you open the second one with the horrible event that happens to him.
100%.
And then over the course of Halloween Kills, he gets sort of, kicked around a little bit, and he starts to become, a little bit more like Michael Myers. And then you pay all that shit off in Halloween Ends.
Yeah.
Don't introduce him in the third movie and then try to force that whole character arc into one movie.
Well,
What do you think happened there? Do you think it was just they didn't know what the hell to do?
I'm guessing they didn't, because it's like,
because it was such a jump
looked-
from what
yeah.
the what it would have made.
Michael Myers is barely in Halloween.
well, he's barely in it, and most of the time he's just sitting in the sewer like, do you need me yet?
Mumra
You
Myers.
need me yet?
It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Myers. It looks to me like they were literally writing that movie as they went, because none of it makes a damn bit of sense.
It is. I
I
love the opening when the accident happens and the kid lands and it's
kid
like,
gets
wow.
the
when
sweet
the
chin
kid-
music.
Yeah.
And I like the actor who plays Corey Cunningham did a really good job. And it was a shame that the character is so badly rushed. The writing is so rushed with the
Just
character,
thrown out there. Right?
and they don't resolve him very well at all. Because, and again, this was another thing that they introduced in Kills. Michael Myers, because he's not related to Laurie, which is fine, but it's revealed that, Michael Myers doesn't even know who Laurie Strode is and doesn't care. So now you're building this whole trilogy up to a big confrontation in which one of the people doesn't even give a shit. Okay, so when the big showdown happens, you're like, well, Michael doesn't really even
A big
care.
fart's cracked. You're like,
But don't you think at the same time that if they would have at least just kept it as they were siblings, that this would have made a lot more sense at the end of the day?
It probably would.
What was
Honestly,
the only thing they really did to say it wasn't part of it was like one line in 2018 where they're like, oh yeah, that was all made up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but you
that
said,
could've
she's
worked. No.
hiding from a guy that was just a complete random.
I
And
was,
who-
yeah,
who
I
her
was,
is a
yeah.
random.
I mean, honestly, I've always thought the relation, having them be related, was incredibly dumb. However, I've had 40 years to kind of get over it. So why not go ahead and use it in the new trilogy? Because it would have helped, I think, at least in terms of Laurie's behavior in the first movie,
Right.
maybe account for some of it. But still, that character arc is so completely fucked, it doesn't matter. But Halloween Ends, I don't want to say it, I was on board with it, because I wasn't. But boy, if I had been on board with it, it throws me over the side with the ending. The ending to Halloween Ends is one of those things where I'm just like, did anyone while they were writing this go, you know, none of this is recognizable human behavior. Not one single fucking bit of this. See if you guys can follow me on this. See if anybody out there can follow me on this, because I've tried to figure this out myself. So she has a confrontation with Michael Myers in the kitchen. She stabs the shit out and finally kills him. And she goes, all right, you know what? Let's strap this motherfucker to the hood of my car and send out a text alert to everyone in Haddonfield. Say, hey, meet us all at the scrapyard. We'll fill you in later. And then drives her car with a dead man on the top of her fucking car slowly through the town, almost like it's a goddamn parade float. Just like, hey, everybody, come on out to the scrapyard. So they all get out there. Men, women, children are out there. The whole fucking town is gathered out there. Despite the fact this whole area should have been sealed off as a crime scene, because there's like 4 mutilated bodies out there at this point. But hey, whatever. She gets up and announces to everybody, I killed him, and I wanted everyone to be here as I feed an old man's body into a wood chipper. Which I think technically somehow makes you all accomplices to murder somehow. But hey, whatever. And all you kids out there watching this, make sure your parents pay for your therapy bills for the next 30 fucking years.
As we throw this fucking
So we throw the fucker into a wood chipper, which is so ridiculous because he's dead. And then everyone go home, show's over. We then flash forward. Horry's at home, apparently just fine, and they pan over to her coffee table, where Michael Myers' mask is sitting there like a goddamn family heirloom.
to someone
And then
she
the
wasn't
movie
even
ends.
wasn't even a family member anymore.
And
It is-
like she narrates the movie too. It's almost like she's
that
reading
was
from a
another thing she
diary
says.
or whatever.
She's
Yeah.
pretty much like all up there. Don't nobody talk about any of this except for me, because I'm going to put it all in my book later on. But don't y'all talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is one of the most perplexing, baffling, tone-deaf endings to an to a
Well, and
movie I've ever seen.
also Will Patton lays the bird to her.
Yeah.
But also,
Because
too, I found
assu-
always kind of a little bit weird is that, like, even though this Corey Cunningham character kind of meant nothing at the end of the day,
No.
like, it would have been kind of cool to see his body gone or something, like at the end, kind of like in the first
Yeah, or something
Halloween,
like
where
the
like
fir-
you
that
could have
would
been like,
a kind of.
oh, what next? But then just
But why
have him
would
pulled
Michael
off where
Myers'
it's like,
mask be in?
Well,
Why would his mask be in her house? Why would she
Original.
have it? Why would she want it?
I want
Why would it be
people-
lying out there on the table like, oh, I forgot to put that away?
Did you hear about the original ending to the movie, though? I think that the director talked about it. That they never really, I don't think they filmed it, but that was the original ending of the movie when she's talking about evil and evil has different faces or whatever. I only watched this movie once. They were supposed to show a mask factory, right, with Michael Myers masks and the masks from Halloween 3, and kind of introduce Silver Shamrock again or something like. Did you hear about that?
Yeah,
where
it was
the
going to be
mask
the
would have been
masks were going to be
possessed
made
like
by
that, yeah.
Silver Shamrock, which I would have enjoyed just because I'm a big Halloween 3 fan, but nobody else would have cared. Or
And I think that's why they didn't do it, because they didn't think people would understand.
No,
But at the
and
same
I-
time, I feel like as a
understand.
fan, it's kind of like, oh well, we just finally connected 3. So
it was a
like,
little
I
too
would've
inside.
kinda
It was a
marked
little
out,
too
yeah.
inside baseball, I think. For the it's just come on. It's like you're doing this for out of the 100 people who are in this theater watching this right now, you're gonna have 3 people go, oh yeah, and that's not really gonna do the trick. So we got that wonderful ending instead, which oh Christ. But yeah, those honestly, all 3 of those movies are just they're
Dog
not
shit.
they're not good. And the
How
sad
would,
thing is, you can see Jamie Lee Curtis really trying. She's really trying. She's not walking through any of those performances but the movie has so perpetually screwed her in terms of an effective character arc for Laurie that her performance comes off as completely schizophrenic, and it doesn't work. And it's just, yeah.
My favorite thing though was those interviews that she did around each one of those films where she's trying to sell them and shit.
It's all about trauma.
She's like talking about Halloween Kills, and she's like, it's about like the current vibe of like the cult.
It's like, no, it's not. It's not about anything. That's the problem. Halloween Kills isn't about anything.
How would Tom Matthews call out Michael Myers? Wes.
Oh, at the end of Halloween Ends.
What would he say to him?
Like, God damn it, get me the fuck out of this stand, Slippy! This is the shittiest movie since, I don't know,
Yeah,
the last Halloween movie.
So yeah, honestly, even though I think they're better,
Come on, you pussy!
so even though honestly,
movie.
all three of those movies, all three of the Halloween movies, the new trilogy, they're better made films than a lot of the other ones in the series. But it's sad that I can honestly put Resurrection ahead of all three of those. For some reason that movie doesn't piss me off as much as those other three.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my order for the Halloween movies. Basically, a classic, a couple of really good ones, and a whole lot of crap. It's just, and I've never. Here's my problem with Michael Myers, and a lot of this could be addressed to Jason Voorhees as well. Michael Myers, they're just, I'm not interested in there's no character there. I don't think there is a character there. He's at his most effective when he is a blank slate. And the more you learned about him, the more they tried to give him a story or any kind of a purpose, it just fell apart for me. And the movies are so boilerplate. It's like, what happens in Halloween? Michael Myers comes back to Haddonfield and kills a bunch of people. Okay. What happens at Halloween 2? Michael Myers is still in Haddonfield and still killing a lot of people. Well, what happens in Halloween 4? Michael Myers comes back to Haddonfield after a lot of years and kills a bunch of people. What about Halloween 5? 1 year later, Michael Myers comes back to Haddonfield and kills a bunch of people.
How many different movies, too, does Michael Myers, like hijack a fucking ambulance or something?
Yeah, there's always some.
He's a good driver, yeah.
And then Halloween 6, Michael Myers is still around and apparently still killing a lot of people, and there's rocks. Halloween 2 H2O. Well, he's not in Haddonfield anymore. Great. He's not in Haddonfield anymore. Great. What's he doing? Oh, he's just killing a lot of people.
Well, I think that it's similar, although I like the Halloween movies more than the Scream. The Scream movies are similar, too, because, like, where do you go?
Yeah, I'm even less interested in that series than I am.
Same.
You'll never get me on here to do the Scream movies, because here's how that's going to go.
Well,
First one's cool. Second one's a lot of fun. Didn't like the third one. The rest are all bleh.
The third one has Creed that saved it.
yeah.
Oh, well, the third one does have the single worst haircut in cinema history.
Courtney Cox.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's like the haircut, like some kid cuts his hair right before a school picture bad.
Yeah.
They're all there.
Again, it's like at some point there's like a bad hair off. It's like her, Hartnett from H2O, and Lorraine Gary from Jaws: The Revenge. It's like, how can we find the worst haircut in horror history? That would be an interesting podcast to do.
We'll rank them. Do a tier ranking.
Yeah, I
of
mean,
the
this
worst
is
haircut.
awesome. It's always good to have him on here doing this, but it's cool because when he comes back in December to do the Saw ranking, it's going to be even better, I think.
Hell yeah. All 18 Saw movies.
I don't care. I'm not a Saw fan at all. I did a whole documentary on the Saw movies, and I don't.
There you go.
How'd you do that? Did
What?
you get Michael Paré on it?
Michael Paré.
Yeah. The doctor, the trench coat doctor guy, or lieutenant guy.
Oh, are you talking about Costas Mandalorian?
Michael Paré, he was Eddie Wilson and Eddie and the Cruisers.
Oh, I didn't know he was in any of the Saw movies. Is he?
He was in Saw 4 through 13, I think.
Did you interview Donnie Wahlberg by any chance?
No.
Hey, Slippy, you want to play a game? I've got a little mini SD
Wanna
card in
play
my
a
dick
game?
hole. It's got a very special message.
Tobin Bell's a great actor, but boy, man, it's just like at some point, it's like I got so tired with the Saw movies where it's like, well, as it turns out, this movie takes place before these two and between these two, and what really happened in this movie happened because of this. I can't keep up with what happened when and who did what to who. I don't know anymore.
Slippy, I have a 5 terabyte hard drive jammed up my ass. There's games for the next 18 years in it.
I want to play a game. I don't. I'm really sick of this shit. I'm just in it for the money. Excuse me.
He's just married everybody.
Excuse me. I got
So many weddings.
Yeah, this guy's, but yeah, he's been he's been dying of cancer for like 30 years.
He really has. It's been close to that, yeah.
And I always love that whenever they do a flashback with him, he just wears a baseball cap backwards.
Yeah, he's no makeup, no.
No, he's just like, no, I'm young now. I have a baseball cap.
Oh, shit.
Oh, come on. No, I can't get worked up about the saucer, and nothing against people who love. I mean, that just wasn't something I was ever into.
Okay, so apparently I'm supposed to ask this for some reason.
Ask Scopes.
Ask Scopes. Prom night, bright night, anything, any updates?
I don't know who Scopes is.
He must have nice breath, though.
Oh, Scope. Oh, yeah.
There you
go. Do you want updates on those?
Yes.
If you can give him.
Sure,
No.
we got.
Fuck.
No, I can give you a little bit. The prom nights are just taking longer because we had real problems getting access to the elements because they moved around on us, and we've been chasing them for a long period of time. But we finally located everything, and we're actually starting work finally on prom night 2 very, very soon. And that'll be the first one up, obviously, and then we'll get to the others. Fright Night 2 is actually in very good shape right now. A lot of the interviews are shot and completed, and the master is done. The new 4K master is done, and has been the DP is signed off on the look of it. I've seen it; it looks beautiful. It's movie's never looked this good ever.
Oh,
Nothing even close. And so that's doing, and it, again, a lot can change, but I would say if I had to predict right now, Fright Night 2 will come out before the prom nights will, the sequels.
That'd be great. Did you get an interview with that moth-eating fella?
Oh, Brian Thompson?
Yeah.
He's agreed to do it.
Okay.
He's agreed to do it. Yeah, no, there's a lot of we're just waiting on some stuff with Fright Night 2, some other things that we need for the release, but it's in, the artwork's completed for the 3 different covers we're going to have. And there's going to be some other stuff, but it still got a ways to go, but it's I would say, quite frankly, that the better chance of that coming out before Prom Night 2.
What is going on with Scream Factory and physical media?
I have no idea.
I
honestly don't know. I don't talk to anybody over there really very much at all, and I have no insight to that whatsoever.
Here we go.
I don't know.
Well, it's interesting that you asked that because next week
He didn't ask. He really didn't.
I didn't ask anything.
No. Well, I'm talking about
the question. Okay.
The question.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Mark from Orbit had some news on his YouTube page recently, so I thought it'd be a good idea to get him on for a live stream. Not only talk about that shit, but Orbit DVD in Asheville is like one of my favorite stores, and we're going to have him on a week from tonight on a live stream for the first time. So we'll ask him. We'll see what he says. And I want to ask him, of course, Sandpiper Pictures. It's still a mystery who these motherfuckers are.
Yeah,
he sells some of their shit.
I don't know who any of those people are.
You want answers?
Find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. Also, though, look, stay tuned for that. But we got a very pressing question. Slippy, do you ever get physical?
Huh? Do you mean like do aerobics and shit, like Olivia Newton-John style? No.
I would like to get physical with her back in the day.
I gotta say, some of these things are hilarious. Here's a great question. Hey, Slothy, any new Vestrons on the way?
Yeah, is there? We got.
Well, I just Hider in the House just came out.
Oh, that was a good one, man. Good one on that.
I'm really happy with that one. That's actually one of my favorite ones I've worked on. And we did a brand new transfer for that the director sat in and approved. So he was very happy, and it's a great looking disc. And it's a movie that I was surprised by. I don't think I had ever seen it. And when I watched it, it's like, oh, this is not the movie that you think it's going to be. It's much more thoughtful and more textured than that. Because you would think, well, Gary Busey's hiding in a house. This is just going to be batshit crazy. It's not really. I really enjoyed that one. That was a lot of fun to work on that one. But there's at least 2 more coming, and then I'm working on both of those. Actually, there's 2 or 3 more. There's a couple I'm not working on, but there's 2 more that I will be working on that I'm very excited by. Very, very excited by. Let's see what other questions are being asked in a nice, calm, and respectful
Well, they've got it
manner.
set up pretty nice now. If you want to, we'll just go through the questions quicker. How would you feel about being called Slinky instead?
I don't. Whatever. It's better than being called, something else, I guess.
Are the same people working on these restaurant titles? The whole shift of their website has sucked ass. What do you think about that, though? They're pretty much website exclusive on the Lionsgate Limited, and the price is tripled.
I don't have a thought on that, really. I mean, I'm not involved in that at all. I have no input into that decision whatsoever. They must be doing well. I mean, they're doing a lot of titles through that.
What the fuck is going on with Near Dark?
I do not know. I wish I knew, because that's one I would kill to see come back out. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. So nothing would make me happier.
What the fuck is going on with Day of the Dead in 4K? Because it just disappeared from the Screen Factory.
Oh, they're still working on it. From what I understand. I know a couple people who've done some interviews for. I'm not involved in it at all.
I mean, ultimately, I think Scream Factory, we wouldn't be lucky enough if they just completely folded up shop. I don't see that happening. But I think that the level of stuff that they're releasing and the fucking stupidity, man. Some of this shit was just stupid to come out with. Over the last couple of years. For instance, Last Voyage of the Demeter on fucking 4K. And just stuff that people could get for $8, and you're going to upgrade to 4K of it for $38.99. People ain't going to pay that shit, right? I just think that they were coming out with too many titles that people did not want for that price. So over probably the next year or so, you're going to see probably 10-15% of that, and maybe better stuff like Day of the Dead. Stuff that people will want.
Yeah.
Let's see what else is going on here. Your extras on Torso that I won from your collection via Blog TV was great. Still my favorite Giallo ever. What did I do for that? Oh, there was I think I did an interview with Sergio Martino for that.
Yes.
Yeah,
very cool.
I like that movie.
Sergio.
What is my preferred flavor of bleach?
Cherry blossom, lemon.
Oh, look. We got another super chat.
Hawkins, what's going on in here? Did we get a super chat again?
Scared the shit out of me.
I'm the only one that's Michael Myers, you fucking bitch.
Did you just disconnect my fucking headphones?
No.
Oh. My preferred flavor of bleach. I don't know.
That's not the super chat. Wait.
I'm about to say, Jesus Christ.
Wait, you got
Thoughts on why Warner's didn't do commentaries and more interviews for Nightmare Set? Well, I have thoughts. I would love to know. I really wanted them to do commentaries on 2 through 6, and they didn't. I don't know why.
Why do you bring the directors in to do interviews that last the sum of 3 or 4 minutes apiece?
I don't know what it's a closed shop over there at Warner Brothers. They don't hire outside people. So I don't know why they made the decisions that they made. I'm not happy about it either, but look, I'm sure they had their reasons. So I guess that's all I can say. Apparently the movies all look fantastic though.
They
So
do.
that's-
They look great.
which is the main thing at the end of the day. But still, it's like
The commentaries would have been cool, though.
that would have been
that's-
great. I mean, I would have. I mean, especially since all these years there haven't been any. You know, number one had one, and then of course New Nightmare did, but all
Dude.
the ones in between never did.
And Robert Englund is a talkative guy. They could have got Robert Englund, the two directors that they had, Chuck Russell and Jack Shoulder.
Yeah, and I know
Yeah.
Jack. I've done stuff with Jack a whole bunch of times. I would have gone down to Asheville, wherever he lives, and done. I would have.
Yeah, and just done a
I feel like I can almost guarantee too, like all of those main people would have done it too. Like Mark Patton would have done it. I feel like
Oh, a lot of them would.
Tuesday night, like all.
But
those
even
people
if
would
they
have done
didn't want to spend that kind of money to bring those in, those three that they had for that 8-minute series of
do something with.
shorts,
Yeah, there were a lot of.
they could have.
Yeah, I was disappointed. I was very disappointed.
Dream Warriors commentary with Chuck Russell and Robert Englund would have been great.
Yeah, it would have been awesome. Rennie Harlan and Robert Englund for 4. I would have loved that.
Yeah.
You know, Stephen Hopkins on 5, Rachel Talalay on 6. I mean, come on, these people are all still around, and all those directors went on to do a lot of big things after their Elm Street entries. It was a big entryway into the business for them.
Prayer on Roller Boys.
I would
man.
love that, man. Let's
Slippy,
figure
that
it
would.
out.
I think that would be a good one for you to try to get. Like that would.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's
Yeah, I
kind of an
don't know.
underrated, weird, like obscure cult movie.
It is. Yeah, it is.
He's probably already got it. Here we go.
No, I do not already have it.
I don't know. That was a pretty vague
Yeah,
answer.
the way he no sells
It's
it, you can
usually-
tell.
Oh, Leaf Yonkers Darkness. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I talked to Leaf about that not long ago, earlier this year, actually. He's still working on it. I don't know if something happened with the Arrow deal or not. I don't know. But
Yeah,
I do know he's still working on getting it back out. He has worked on the restoration of it.
I think he's actually looking for someone to take it on, to be honest with you. So
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened with that. But I hope it comes out. But yeah, that was I
says the
remember
guy
you-
with like a company, basically.
Well, if Leaf wants to talk to me about it, I'm happy to talk to him about
You
it.
talk turkey, baby.
Well,
what
anything
else?
else?
What's up with Hunter's Blood?
We're just waiting for the packaging.
Everything else is done. The discs
Yeah,
are
everything's
done.
they're ready. They're that thing's been ready for a little while. I'm very excited about that one. Really,
Hey, you
love
need
that
to
movie.
get on the ball with these. Where's that in Mexico for the packaging? Who does all that?
Yeah, that's kind of all over the place.
Arriba.
Tito Santana's doing the packaging, is he? Yeah.
Pump up the volume. Well, that's a Warner Brothers
That's
thing.
Warner, yeah.
There you go. Oh, shit.
I could see Arrow throwing that up eventually.
Yeah, that's what I think that either Shout or Arrow would pick up. I mean, that's a
Arrow's going all over the place though. Snakes on a Plane? I think is one that they're doing.
What?
Coming up.
They announced
Really?
that?
I think they're announcing it tomorrow
Great.
officially.
I think
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I can go to the pawn shop and get that on DVD.
Yeah.
They're going all over the place though, so I give
A
them
while
credit.
ago, you hinted that Rennie Harlan's Mindhunters was potentially coming back. Has there been any movement on that?
not that I'm not in the know on that anymore, so I don't know. I know it was being discussed, but I don't know if anything's come of it or not.
Lawn furniture. I think he had mentioned it's going to be like kind of a deluxe packaging, and maybe the book was with
Yeah.
Hunter's Blood. Is that right?
We were talking about the book, but ultimately that didn't work out. But there will be. It's going to be a pretty nice looking package at the end of the day.
Well,
I
you need
can't-
to get with what?
No.
What?
These fucking comments.
They're so
geez.
respectful.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah.
4K of Manhunter. That would be Shout Factory, I think, right?
He gave the "I don't know, but I totally know" response. I don't even know what that
Yeah,
means.
That was it.
Yeah, he did. It's
So
like
what-
one of
what's-
those things
Well, so
where,
what
like,
is, what is
okay.
the "I don't know" response? That's just
Look
the
it
"I
up
don't
on
know."
the, on the
Yeah.
Dead Pit channel. Search for Slippy No Selling Trick or
yes.
Treat.
if you, it's like playing poker with somebody. If you watch somebody enough, you learn their tales, and like when something's actually coming out and you don't want to say something's coming out, you've got like a list.
Well, you're all
of
going to
things.
be disappointed because there's not a single
No.
title that's been brought up here tonight that I haven't already talked about that I'm actually secretly working on.
never-
There's not a single one. So
So there's nothing that you're working on right now that nobody knows about.
Oh, there's a couple things that I'm working on, but they're not 100% signed or finished yet. But there's nothing else that I'm working on right now that hasn't at least been announced that I can think of. Except for the 2 Vestron titles I'm working on.
Any hints?
No.
Summer Camp Nightmare.
Yep. That's one.
Summer Camp Nightmare is that's
It's a Canadian nightmare.
It's
I
not
would love that.
Canadian, but
Sounds like
no.
a wrestler.
I'd love that.
No, I would love
God
to do
damn
Summer
it.
Camp
Of course,
Nightmare.
somebody's bringing
No,
up
Make
fucking
it happen,
Bond.
Slippy. Let's do it.
No, don't do it.
On what?
Fucking Rogel Diodato's booty count. Every
The
fucking
Further Adventures
screen.
of Tennessee Buck. Wow, that's a boy. What part of your ass did you pull that one out of? Oh my God, wasn't that David Keith?
Venom Brew Studios. Yeah, that's an obscure one up there, man.
I mean, actually, I am doing something on the Intruder 4K. Yeah, we're putting a couple of things together for that. But that's
Now, is
Synapse
that Synapse? Who's doing that?
Yeah, Synapse
Oh, hell
is doing
yeah.
that. I've seen the new 4K transfer. It's gorgeous.
All right, I
It's
can't
really,
wait for that.
Really gorgeous.
Ain't nothing like a porcelain throne when you need it.
Yeah, the
Now,
Let
Slippy,
me-
I don't know
let
if
me-
you can.
let
I
me
don't know if
see
you
here.
can answer this, but I know when you guys announced the prom night stuff, you said there might be a possibility that maybe once you guys all put out your prom night stuff, there might be some kind of box that you could house the Synapse plus all yours in one big set. Is that still something you would consider? Because
I would
think that's
consider
a
that.
pretty
Yeah,
cool
I
idea.
mean, we'd have to wait and see what happens, and you know.
Sure.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's a possibility because
And
there's
when are
going to
you
be a re-release
releasing
of the
King
first
Frat?
one. Ask Slippy if he. What the hell does that say?
Wait. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely glad you brought this up.
Ask Slippy if he remembers when I walked into his room and he was spamming the open close button on his DVD player with his dick in the tray.
I can tell by the look on his face he totally remembers that.
Oh, shit.
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? Yeah, that's a good.
No, and I think if that had happened, I'd pretty goddamn well remember it.
I don't know. You could have been on some of that absent shit or something, you know.
It'd have to be a shit ton of absence for me to think that was a good idea. Hey, I'm going to stick my dick in the tray. Whoa.
And I feel really good.
Open, close, open, close, open, close. Hey, well, isn't this embarrassing?
Oh, fuck. Is 976 Evil one you would consider trying to do the first one?
Oh, I would love that's Sony. Sony would have that would be theirs to do. I would love to, hey, because we're doing 976 Evil 2 at some point here. So,
Right.
but
The asshole
no.
factor.
Yeah, no, 976 Evil would be a great one to do. They
Now,
already did a nice collector's edition Blu-ray of it.
yeah, it was kind of like in print and out of print almost immediately, though. I don't know
Yeah,
if
and
it
then
was,
who
but-
was it? Was it Eureka that did a 976 Evil over in the UK?
I have it right here.
Of course you do. Yeah. Okay, you need to stop saying I have it right over here. We know that.
What the fuck
It's
don't you have right over
It's
there?
within arm's reach.
Yeah. The only time I want to hear you say anything about that your collection is, "Hey, I don't have that,"
Zug
which we
Doctor
will never hear.
is asking if you'll sign Beverly Hills Cop 2 if he brings it to you at a convention.
Yeah, as long as I can say this movie is no damn good and fuck you for bringing it to me.
This was Cinetel Films, I think.
Yeah, Cinetel had an output deal with Sony for a lot of years.
Yeah.
There's a lot of their titles that are tied up over there.
Didn't TerraVision announce Return to Horror High?
Did they?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Slippy's like, there's no way I'm working on it.
There's so many.
I already worked on
announcements.
that. I did stuff for 88 Films for that. did
I think
commentary and-
somebody announced it because I remember seeing the artwork, but I can't remember if it's TerraVision or who it was.
Well, I've got featurettes and a commentary that
What's
are already
the-
done for it. So
That's a
Water Summer,
weird
yeah.
one. That's a weird one, yeah, because that one
was that
had
Kevin Bacon?
Yeah,
and Sean Astin.
Yeah,
That one, like the DVD came out in 99,
I
2000.
think that's another Sony one too, isn't
and
it?
it's never got a re-release ever. It's so weird. All right, so
Well, I could answer all these questions forever, but I don't want to.
Yeah, we're well over the 2-hour mark. So, Slippy, we appreciate it.
But I do appreciate. Look, I know I give a lot of shit, and I know I give. I make it seem like I don't enjoy a lot of this, and I'm pissed off and irritated by a lot of this stuff. I know that I make it seem like that.
We love you, dude. And everybody said how great that you were on the podcast, the Anchor Bay podcast, man. We just love hanging out, dude.
That was fun the other night.
We're all best friends.
Wait a minute. You're just gonna end it there? You're not gonna fucking be like, I am actually like pissed off all the time about all this stuff?
Oh. I see. Because I didn't finish. Yeah.
No, you didn't finish. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Yeet.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're cool.
Real quick, I just want to bring up this before we go.
Oh, God.
Because I do have a bone to pick with you about this. We had at least 3 different people come up to us at Living Dead Weekend that said that they met you at another convention. And they said that they introduced themselves by saying that they listened to DEADPIT Radio. And you said, and I quote, why the fuck would you want to do that? And then you just quit talking to them.
Okay, first of all, that is completely untrue. No, I always express disbelief because I can't believe anybody listens to the show. That's the only reason.
Oh, we've had right at close to 300 people the entire night, man.
No, I jest, but actually, it's especially at Living Dead Weekend. I get more people yelling out Slippy or Hey Two Scoops or oh, I saw you on DEADPIT, you're so funny. And it's really quite amazing, and it's actually, I think, very flattering that anyone remembers, the fact that anyone pays attention to anything I do is always hilarious to me, and it's very flattering. So the fact that your show is getting out there to people is alarming, but it's also really quite impressive. So I make a lot of fun and everything, but I do enjoy coming on the show. I've been coming on your show for what, 20 years now?
Oh, yeah. It's pretty close to that.
Yeah, almost 20 years. So, clearly there must be something about this I enjoy, because why would I keep coming
there's
back?
definitely a good chemistry back and forth with everybody too. We're all
like,
there's something to be said, like, for people that have known each other for so long, because the level of giving a shit is just like whatever there's not a filter, right? Now,
there's no politeness. There's no kind of like, and there's also no chance of really getting offended by anything either.
No, no.
At the end of the day, it's just like we're all full of shit. So it's just like, whatever, that's fine.
But Garrett mentioned the Anchor Bay podcast. So I had the podcast scheduled to go, the actual audio, at midnight on Halloween. So technically it should already be up. If you guys want to check that out. It's also on the Born to Be Rad and DEADPIT YouTube pages. Everything you ever wanted to know about the Evil Dead, Book of the Dead from Anchor Bay, which ultimately I was thinking it's definitely top 5 physical media releases ever. Has to be.
I would, look, I can't be objective about that at all, but it was something special. It really was a very special release, and certainly from my memories, for just all the work that went into it and all the ups and downs that we had with it. There isn't really anything else like it, and it's something that has certainly maintained its reputation over the years, even though a lot of them are falling apart.
Yeah.
But I did recommend
that makes the ones that aren't a little bit more sought after, because
I did recommend a spray to Wes that's perfect for helping to preserve those things.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it out because I've
what
got
was it called
one.
Again?
Yeah, it's actually, you know what? That's a good thing to actually kind of put a little thing out, because for many people,
It's like a dabber. The one that you sent me is like a dabber thing.
It's a little push spray thing that you can get, but you can get it in a couple different ways. But the one that I would recommend, and my cat is trying to eat me. Stop it. It's 303 Products Rubber Seal Protectant. You can find it on Amazon, and it's not a silicone that can tend to sometimes have an adverse reaction with the rubber, but this stuff is really good.
It like rehydrates the rubber or something.
Yeah,
right?
and it protects it, but it doesn't put a big like layer of lacquer all over it. It just kind of, it's probably the best stuff.
Because I've got one from Australia that's like completely like tater chip dry. So I might try it on that first. See what it does.
because they used an increasingly thinner rubber for every book that came out. So the Australian one, the rubber layer on that was like almost paper thin. So I'm not surprised. Mine's rotted all to hell. It's the one I've had that one I only have had for maybe 10 years. The other ones that are 20 years older are in much better shape. But yeah.
Well, guys, we definitely appreciate everybody tuning
Okay, all right.
in.
Yeah, one quick second. It says, "See, Slippy don't eat pussy. Pussy eats him."
That's what I was laughing at. It's the best comment.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah. So yeah, that's. Come here. Come here.
That's a pretty big cat. Maybe it could eat you, Sleepy.
No, well, it tries to every now and then because it's always asking. This cat, I serve it wet food in a little metal bowl, and every now and then when it wants food, it'll just go in the kitchen and take its foot and clang the bowl all around the floor. And I'm like, fuck you, I am not coming in there. And clang, 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 clang. I'm like, kiss my ass. Clang, clang. It's like, you asshole.
That's cats for you, though.
Yeah, no, they...
Putting that on a t-shirt.
I like that. Don't die in there, lest it eat your soft bits.
Ugh. It's a disturbing thought.
Nice. Thank you, everybody, for coming on tonight. I do appreciate it, and I'm sure that I got everything wrong with my choices tonight. And
coming in the holiday season, it's all 18 Saw movies. Sleepy's going to review them.
I can't think of another series that I would really want. Maybe the Texas Chainsaw Massacres.
Yeah.
That would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
What about the Hellraiser movies?
No, that would not be fun.
What's the fucking Hellraiser one where the fucking pinhead guy's like, oh my god!
Well, so many of the Hellraiser so many of the Hellraiser sequels were they were scripts that were rewritten to include Pinhead, and Pinhead comes in like a horror host at the end going, well, this really sucks.
This movie is a fucking wretched.
I mean, he literally gets, I swear to God, Doug Bradley just kind of walks in and goes, well, I didn't really figure into this story at all, but fuck you and fuck you and
they
kiss
paid me
my
my
ass
appearance fee.
You are going to hell, and so is the viewer.
Well, this was one of the movies, though, that I was talking about that wasn't even Doug Bradley. They brought in some fucking jabroni or whatever.
Yeah, that was
Tony Moran at the
Hellraiser.
Yeah, I remember he had the really big eyes. And,
oh!
That was like the Dimension Extreme one that they did.
I don't know why. Whenever I see a picture of him as Hellraiser, and nothing against the actor, it wasn't his fault.
It just looks so fucking ridiculous.
But it looks really weird. And every time I see a picture of him, I just keep hearing this sound in my head. It's like, and here's the new Pinhead. Oh! You know, it's just like,
oh, to tell you so apart.
Hi, everybody, I'm Pinhead. You know, it's just like, it's like Pee Wee Herman or something. It's just like, oh! It's just like,
your soul will be torn apart.
Your pain will be legendary, even in hell. You know, it just doesn't work for me at all. You got to get the right actor for that makeup. You know, it just doesn't. And again, it's not that actor's fault. He was handed some shit material to work with.
What about this? The Leprechaun series for St. Patrick's Day.
Or Child's Play.
Actually, the Leprechauns wouldn't be horrible. You know, no, I wouldn't mind doing the Leprechauns. Because actually, some of the better ones are the ones that came later anyway. And Child's Play, not Child's Play. I was never a big Chucky guy. My whole thing with Chucky was just pick it up and throw it in the fireplace, will you please? It's a goddamn doll.
Punk kick it.
You know. Yeah.
What about Children of the Corn? We could talk about that one.
Why in God's
Isaac's
green earth would I
Revenge.
want to
You know
do
the
a
one.
Children of the Corn series retrospective?
Because
Here
you
you go. I'll
worked
do it
on
right
one of
now.
those.
First one ain't good. Second one ain't that great. Third one's a lot of fun. I don't know about the rest of them.
What about that one?
There
that
was
you
one
were
that was
like
fun.
the
I'll let you
director
check
of,
it out.
Slippy?
The third one is a lot of fun because it's got a goddamn corn god and all this other weird shit. But the rest of them are all just like, can't make corn scary, guys. I know you keep trying, but it's not gonna.
What's funny is the Children of the Corn franchise was one of those franchises that every goddamn one of those movies on deep discount back in the day was like $3.88.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All of them. You get the
Yeah.
whole series.
Yeah, the Jaws franchise would be interesting because you talk about a series that should never have been a franchise in the first fucking place.
We would have to add Cruel Jaws into it too.
No, we wouldn't. Yeah. No, we wouldn't. Sharksploitation, that would take 5 days to go through all those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But no, there aren't too many other. I mean, Leatherface, Leprechaun. What other ones are
Psycho.
there?
Psycho.
Psycho's a good one, yeah.
Psycho would be fun, yeah, because there's actually
that
been
many,
there's
but-
the Bates Motel's TV series and
The TV
fun.
movie Bates Motel.
that is not
The
good.
remake.
That is also not good. Although it's a fascinating experiment, I'll give him that. But it's
What's
it's-
funny is just like the Scream
Wrong
Factory did
turn.
another bad financial decision. They did the Blu-ray of Psycho 98 and now they can't give it away. It's like
Now I could do the
$5.99
Silent Night,
a
Deadly Night series. That would be, and the Howling series I would do at a drop of a hat.
Oh, all right. We'll start. We'll get all these together. We'll do these. Yeah, that'd be
I would.
great.
The Howling series for me is one of the most glorious what the fucks of all time, because it's just like, huh, what, huh, and I mean, it's just, yeah, a creep show episode ranking.
We did
Well-
that. Well, I mean, me and
Yeah,
Uncle
we
Bill
did.
did that.
I mean, that would just be the first two movies. I don't know if you'd want to include the whole. TV
You didn't get
show.
the third one for $7.99 that sale.
That's still $7.99 too much.
Yep. Oh, here we go. This one will take a fucking week. The Witchcraft series.
Hell no. To the
Dude,
no,
that-
no, no. Hell
That's a
to the
box
no.
set. That's a box set for you to come out with.
Oh, I would like to end. I know we've already gone for a while, but I would like to end this with a. I don't think it's going to probably. It's only gotten a very small theatrical release, and I'm sure it'll be on streaming sooner or later. But I did have an occasion. I would have seen it in Pittsburgh this past weekend had I gone to Living Dead Weekend. But I did have an occasion on Monday to go to a local theater and see Queens of the Dead, which is the directorial debut of Tina Romero, who I've met a few times over the years, and she's always been really cool. I have to tell you, Queens of the Dead is really good. It's a really, really good movie, and I was really impressed with the fact that, look, zombies are in her blood. I mean, she's had them in her life since she was, born, and she could have just as easily done just a simple pastiche that was just another zombie film like her dad used to do, but she really used the zombies to do something interesting and original that's very close to her heart. And it's not a film that her dad would have made, and yet it still has a little bit of his DNA in there. And that let me say, the best thing I can say about it is, if you took the zombies out, I was still on board with those characters. And that tells you everything you need to know. So if you have an opportunity to go see Queens of the Dead, go check it out. Because it's a world, the world that this movie takes place in is not one that I was familiar with. It is not, it has not been my life experience, but she's the real deal as far as being a filmmaker. She really is. And I hope that she goes on to have a really successful career and does films of every kind of stripe, because I think she's got the talent to do it. So, I just wanted to give a little plug for that movie because I was really impressed by it.
Interesting. So it'll be streaming soon, probably.
I would
right?
imagine at some point, yeah.
That's how it goes
I don't know what their
nowadays.
plans for it, but it did play in theater. It is in theaters, at least this week it was. So,
As far as new stuff you got coming out, I guess Hunter's Blood will be the next one.
Hunter's Blood and Hearts of Darkness. And then
What's the deal with that? Is that coming to physical first or streaming?
Yes, it
or
won't
what's
be on
going-
streaming until sometime later next year.
Okay.
We don't want to. we want it to be a physical media thing first, and it's going to be loaded with extras. There's over 2.5 hours of extras on it.
Nice.
And,
Excited for that.
Yeah, and I'm very proud of this documentary. It's a really different. It's not going to be what you're expecting. It's not just a standard making of a Friday the 13th movie. It's actually got a lot of heart, and it's very funny and touching at times too. Sorry,
it is technically Halloween, so happy Halloween, everybody.
Yes, happy
everybody.
Halloween. Yeah, it's true. It's 12:31
Halloween.
here, so it's been Halloween
Cool.
for about a half an hour.
Nice.
So, yeah.
But Garrett, what you got coming up on the channel, man?
I dropped a video today talking about some of the Scream Factory or Shout Studios updates that I got sent to me. I just talk about it a little bit, and then I have a big haul video coming tomorrow. I grabbed a ton of new stuff has come in, so I just kind of showcased that. It could be anything from VHS to DVD to Blu-ray to autographs to all different stuff. And then I'm going to do a video this weekend talking about some heavy metal horror, kind of a list video. So yes, Trick or Treat will be on there. Trick or
Well,
Treat.
of course it will. That's the Close Encounters of the Third Kind of horror. That's the Citizen Kane of heavy metal horror movies, man.
And Black
Blood
Roses,
Tracks better
baby.
be on
Black
there.
Roses.
Blood Tracks.
Oh, Blood Tracks is on there.
Yeah, that's on there. Rocktober Blood and
It is on there.
oh god, Rocktober Blood is so terrible.
The music in Rocktober Blood
It
is fucking
is
great, though.
outstanding.
The music is great. The movie couldn't be worse.
Like, it's just one of those weird things where the movie's kind of shitty, but the music.
Well, like
is
Rock and Roll
unreal.
Nightmare, that movie is goofy as hell, but I love the music. I think it's a lot of fun. What are the other ones? There's Shock 'Em Dead.
Yeah, I get the list right here for most of them.
It was weird. It was like those 3 or 4 years, so they just cranked all these heavy metal horror movies out, and then they just went, "Oh wait, they're not making money. Stop."
Well, and then heavy metal kind of fell off too, though. That style of heavy metal.
Everything transitioned out of that. But
I also got that other one there, Hard Rock Nightmare.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Hard
Heavy
Rock
metal.
Zombies.
What was the
Hard
one
Rock
with
Zombie.
Demon Dave? Heavy metal.
Yeah, that was it. Hard Rock
Heavy
Nightmare.
Metal
yeah.
Massacre, yeah.
Heavy Metal Massacre. Yeah.
And I guess actually, strictly speaking, the Gate should be in there too to some degree.
Of course, because of the
Sacrifix, boss.
Yeah.
Sacrifix.
Yeah.
And like I said, a week from tonight, we're going to have Mark on from Orbit DVD in Asheville. It's a killer shop, online shop and everything. And he's a really good guy. So it's good to get him on. And then Uncle Bill, you got the return of Friday Night Lives on Halloween night. So he'll be back in less than 24 hours.
Yeah, we're gonna do. Somebody's jerking it. We're gonna do.
Wait, whoa, watch.
I just heard like waka 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 waka. Like either somebody's scratching a record or like somebody's jerking it. Like
Nobody's jerking it.
I think you were jerking. I think you tugged it a bit, and it got on the recording.
Yeah. Yeah. You were at least shaking it.
That
No,
Yeah.
that's the microphone cable that I have here. It's got a text. I was just scratching that.
Oh.
okay.
Why the fuck would I do? No, go ahead. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Just waiting. to get it.
So
No,
like somebody
come on,
farted.
wait till you finish.
So tomorrow night we're gonna be doing.
Oh,
Damn it.
stop it!
We're gonna be doing Halloween films that are not Halloween. They take place on Halloween, but they're not of the Halloween like series. We're gonna like rank those films, and then we're gonna be doing the Vinegar Syndrome bullshit that they're gonna have up. That's gonna disappoint.
They're going to have, under good authority, a VSU of the New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking.
Wait, when is this happening? Tomorrow?
Yeah, it's weird timing.
Oh, I do have
my
a question to answer here. Jackson Jack asks, "Are those Slippy's hands on the Red Shirt Pictures logo that plays when you put the Trick or Treat Blu-ray in?" Yes, those are my hands. Yes,
I knew that. I knew
that
that
was
one.
shot
that-
in my basement.
That's an old intro, though. You've had that for a while.
Yeah, and actually on Hearts of Darkness, you will see an updated logo for Red Shirt Pictures home video. I did make a change.
Nice.
He always keeps it lubed up and ready. I don't know what for, because I'm getting all the poontang like crazy over here.
You got all that trick-or-treat money, man.
Oh yeah.
And those ladies know that Friday Night 2 is coming, too. They can smell money from a mile
Yeah,
away.
it's just a snatch fest over here, man. I'm telling you, it's just
A snatch
my-
fest.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, they're lined up.
He's got women.
They're
He's
stacked
got
3 deep out there, man. Are you kidding me?
he's got women from miles and miles around wanting to show him their butthole.
They're taking numbers like at a deli. Are you kidding me? They're just, Oh,
Get
yeah.
that Scrooge McDuck room. That's why.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Want to show you that pink wank, baby. All right, guys, but
Are you that motherfucker that did the special feature where Jason Goes to Hell? Woo!
look at these big.
Oh, were you there? You must have seen that happen. That's exactly how it goes.
That's how it is.
God damn! Did you do the extra features for Stuart Gordon's dolls? Oh, let me bend over.
That's how it
We're gonna
works.
go.
That's how it works.
God
Get on
damn!
a-
You
off
shot
the
the
rails,
shit for the mutilator Blu-ray. Oh, let me suck your dick.
We gotta get out of here.
All right,
Happy
guys.
Halloween, everybody.
Happy
If
Halloween.
only that's how life was, really. Oh
That's-
my god!
Yeah, hopefully you'll have at least a half a dozen more women show you their butthole before the night's over, Slippy. Want to get some of that money.
Well, that's a slow night for me. I don't know. Oh my god! Did you do the interview for Simon King of the Witches? Yeah, because I tell you, that's why I got into the DVD extras business.
Oh,
All the trim, man. That's just
All the
just, you know.
groupies.
Oh yeah, it's like, I mean, fuck the Rolling Stones. They don't know half the shit that
Well,
I.
That's why Slippy like going to the conventions all the time and stuff. You pick up these chicks.
Oh yeah, I mean, I had multi-floor orgies going on at the last Living Dead weekend. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I mean,
Glass bottom boat rides all around, boss.
Yeah, I about wore all the skin off my dick. Are you kidding me? That was just. Yeah, no.
It's all scabbed over and shit.
Oh,
we'll catch you
God.
guys next time on Dead
Scabby.
Pig.
no.
A big thanks goes out to our supporters over at DEADPIT on Patreon.com. You can get hours upon hours of great content, right, Uncle Bill?
There's so many hours of content. We've got reviews. We've got songs. We've got live streams. We've got exclusive streams. We've got non-exclusive streams. We've got streams with all kinds of celebrities and all kinds of different old shows from the past podcast, the initial incarnation of the show. All of that can be yours.
DEADPIT on Patreon.com. Show us a little bit of love. Give us some money because we definitely deserve it. That Patreon page is so killer that you'll rub your bird to it on a nightly basis. It's that good.
You won't be able to contain yourself. You'll have to jerk your bird out and go crazy. I mean, that's how much content that we have. So much content that it's massive, and it will massively smack you in the face.
You'll play with your bird so much, pretty soon you'll be looking around for somebody else's bird to play.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite Filipino bitch, Miss Slatko Fudd, telling you about shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirt on TeePublic. There are others, but they all suck. And it's the best goddamn deal on horror shirts you will ever see. New shirts, old shirts, all the in-between shirts. God damn it, fools. Go over to shop.deadpit.com. You ain't down with that. You can go to fucking hell.